It's gonna be awesome. Me and my friends, my amicos, we all have our controllers. We play in the house. Play in the house is a party because of our Amico. But there's no party without you. And that's why Amico. It's gonna be a blast. It's the party all night. It's a party all weekend. Because we got amicos and friends. Since April, I got my Amico in the mail. I got my Founder Edition. Man, I'm sure maybe you're jealous. Well, you can just go on that website. I get an Amico for you. It can be the purple or the GTO red. I got a Founder Edition. I know you had to buy it before. But I know I'm lucky because I was following Tommy on Facebook. Yeah. Nah, it's not the same anymore, man. I make tons of friends, tons of amicos. And what you do with your PlayStation 2?
Yeah, I understand, man, but like I'm sure we're gonna see Tommy again. I don't feel that he burned us either at all.
Yeah,
I just think Phil's kind of handling stuff right now, you know, as far as and Tommy hasn't gone anywhere. He's still, you know,
Phil has an Amico-centric fan base shit.
Well, you can't squeeze water from a rock so cold, and you can't expect Bill Adams to come back and cheer you up. And when Tommy Tallarico's gone, it sucks. Well, enough's enough. Oh, it's really enough. Amico forever. I think you gotta better try to get your shit together. Amico forever. Yeah, you might get a demo unit, but your console should have never. Amico forever. I think you gotta better try to get your shit together. Amico forever. Yeah, you might get a demo unit, but your console should have never. On and on and on. It just goes on and on and on. The physical games were useless from the start. Is he breaking world records, or is he just breaking your heart? The pandemic gets you only go so far. Take a duck card or an air guitar. Amico forever. I think you guys are better try to get your shit together. Amico forever. Yeah, you might get a demo unit, but your console shipping never. Amico forever. I think you guys are better try to get your shit together. Amico forever. Yeah, you might get a demo unit, but your console shipping never. On and on and on. It just goes on and on and on.
And you can be pissed at me if you want. That's fine. I can't fix it. We can't fix it.
yeah, unfortunately,
And I'm not going to sit here week in and week out and discuss this with you guys at this point, okay? I understand you are upset. I want you to get your refund. I do. If you want a refund, I want you to get it. But also understand, I have zero control over that. And so nobody here has any control over this. We can't answer it. We can't forward the password. We can't do anything with it. Take it to them. Your problem is with them. Take it to them. Try to talk to them. I can't fix it. I can't.
Yeah, it does get frustrating because I know a lot of people are like, hey, what's going on? Like, other than the updates that we get, and you know, in my occasional reach out to go, hey, what's, you know, anything we could say? Maybe we got a show coming up. Like,
Amico forever. I think you guys are better try to get your shit together. Amico forever. Yeah, you might get a demo unit, but your console shipping never, 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 never. It's never coming out.
What's up? I'm the TGD Game Studios Totally Good Dude. And of course, this is Amico Forever, the only weekly Intellivision Amico live stream podcast hangout that you will ever find on YouTube. That's right. We got a lot of things to cover. Lots of Amico news. We got our Amico. That's right, our Francois Tremblay. He's making videos again, so we gotta watch that. We gotta look over that. Our Amico Johnny Alvarado, Johnny Alvocado, he put out a post recently. We gotta go over that. Plenty of good news there, as there always is in Amicoville. We got special. That's right. We got a video straight from Phil Adam himself. He sent me the secret 6th pack-in game. We're going to look at that footage tonight. So I hope you're excited for that. And of course, our main man, our hero, the icon of gaming music himself, Tommy Tellerico. He was down in Chile and he was promoting the Amico. And oh my God, we have the crowd response from Tommy promoting the Amico in Chile. That's right. We're going to show that too. But as you can see, I am solo at the moment. I'm sure some people will pop in. I sent some links out to some Amicos. I sent some links out to all the people out there in Amico land who need to have it. Also, there is a chat poll. That's right. There's a poll in the chat. Make sure you answer that. We want to know, do you have an Intellivision Amico pre-order? I got 3 on pre-order myself. Hopefully you guys got an Amico too. JM De Los Santos, we need Marty Flamingo on the show. Well, if you've been following Amico Forever for the last couple of weeks, we actually did reach out to DJC Game Studios. We told him, hey, Marty Flamingo is a package deal with Amico Forever. He needs to be sent over. Reluctantly, DJC did pack up Marty Flamingo into his crate. He sent him off through the UPS mail. And wouldn't you know it, at the distribution center, Marty got out of his cage. Marty Flamingo was running around a UPS distribution center. They haven't been able to catch him. He's a wily little guy. So hopefully we'll get that resolved. Hopefully they'll tranquilize him. You know, they'll hit him with a tranq dart, put him back in the cage, ship him off, and he'll be here next week. Hopefully. Fingers crossed that Marty Flamingo makes it here safe and sound. We need DJC and that made-up non-disclosure PS. Like, they even have money to sue anyone. They probably don't have money. Tony got Marty Flamingo. I did not have sexual relations with that flamingo. It's the Marty gang. Y'all jumping from frogs to flamingos. That's how it is. I see how it is around here. But of course, as always, just like each and every week before, I went to the Intellivision Amico Facebook group. It's actually the Intellivision Amico No Ding Dongs Facebook group. That's right, because the Intellivision Amico Facebook group, it's got a little negative. So we started the Intellivision Amico No Ding Dongs Facebook group. And I dropped a little question. I said, hey, what game would you like ported to the Amico, right? What game would you like to see come out on the Amico? And so, like always, we don't want to out anybody. I looked at all the responses. I tallied up all the votes, and I got the top 5 games that the Intellivision Amico fans want to see on the Amico. You were frozen today, Evil? That's terrible. What about Dingalings? Dingalings are not allowed either, unfortunately. DJC is going to be a free agent soon? No. I don't think he will. All right, so here it is, guys. The top 5 games that the Intellivision Amico fans want ported over to the Amico. Number 5. Intellivision Amico fans want to see Call of Duty on the Amico. That's right. Call of Duty was the 5th most popular game in the poll. They said, wouldn't it be something to be able to aim with the controller for the Amico, to be able to have the mini-map on the Amico screen so you could see where your enemies are. You know, you wouldn't have to take up any real estate on the UI. So Call of Duty on the Amico. I reached out to Tommy. Tommy said, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? All right. Number 4, the 4th most popular game that fans want on the Intellivision Amico. That's right. They said it in the chat. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. That's right. They don't want the new Zelda. They said that new Zelda game's probably going to be crap. They said they want Breath of the Wild to show up on the Amico. They know Tommy's good friends with Shigeru Miyamoto. So they're very confident that can happen. Very confident. Very confident. All right. Number 3. Number 3 was a wild ball. Right? I didn't even see this one coming. It was a wild card. Came out of left field. But the number 3 most popular game. Colonel Mustard's Revenge. Colonel Mustard's Revenge. I've never heard of this game. I think this is a hybrid game. Something that Tommy invented himself. It's like a combination of Clue and General Custard's Revenge. Colonel Mustard's Revenge is the number 3 most popular game. Number 2. We're getting through this list real quick, folks. The number 2 most popular game that the Intellivision Amico fans want on the Intellivision Amico. Bocce Ball. That's right, Bocce Ball. They said that with Cornhole, the obvious answer, the obvious complementary game to Cornhole would be none other than Bocce Ball. That's right. All right, and the number 1 game that Intellivision Amico fans want to see on the Intellivision Amico. Cheetah Man 2! That's right, folks. They said Cheetah Man 2. They said they would love to stick it to Pat the NES punk by putting Cheetah Man 2 on the Intellivision Amico. They said, Pat, he promoted it. He said it was a great game. He said you should go and, get part of the Kickstarter for Cheetah Man 2. They said, wouldn't it be something if the game that Pat promoted ended up on the Intellivision Amico? So there it is, folks. The top 5 games that the Intellivision Amico fans want to see ported over to the Intellivision Amico. What about Cheetah Man 91? That is the sequel to Cheetah Man 2. That's a flashback game in the 90s. And Tommy's working on it. He's doing the music for that game. Justy Views says he has a pre-order, so I do too. I got 3 pre-orders. So make sure you vote. That's because we're going to go over this poll at the end of the night. We're going to see how many of you got pre-orders for the Amico. It should be 100%. It should be 100% of all people voting have Amico pre-orders. Because why else would you come to an Amico stream if you did not have an Amico pre-order? But we'll see. We'll see. Potion says letting the long ad play. I can't listen yet. Oh, sorry to hear that, Potion. Sorry to hear that when you get to this. But thank you for letting the ad play. We got to get that ad revenue. If you've seen me post on Twitter, if you're following me on Twitter, you'll see that I got big dollars. YouTube sending me all that money, all that cash. Justy View says 3 pre-orders for myself. Do you think I want to share gaming greatness with other people? I got 3 pre-orders for myself. I got 1 for my bedroom, I got 1 for my toilet, and I got 1 for my kitchen. That's right. So when I'm eating, when I'm in the bedroom, or when I'm taking a shit, I can play Amico. 1 Amico to rule them all? No. Tommy's got 3 too. He says 1 to play, 1 to keep in box, and 1 for mom. Well, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. I should maybe get a fourth one so I can keep one in the box. Get it signed by Tommy. Speaking of the old Amico crew, because I see people mentioning the old Amico crew, you'll notice that on the way out from Amico Forever, as they got escorted out of the building, as Intellivision Amico company came in and said, "Hey guys, you're out. The Kermit crew is in." They made the former Intellivision Amico Forever crew sign non-disparaging agreements as well as gag orders. So you won't hear DJC, Geeks with Cash, Mike Mullis, or Rab say anything about the Amico. I mean, you can go look on Twitter, you can go look on YouTube, you can go on Reddit, you can go on Facebook. These guys are not allowed. The reason that they're not saying anything about Intellivision Amico isn't because they've given up, isn't because they no longer believe. It's because they signed agreements not to talk about it because they don't want to take away the shine from this show, right? Intellivision was very worried that if those guys were talking about the Amico on YouTube or Reddit or something, that people wouldn't focus here where all the Amico news is. Grandma was waiting too long? Damn, poor abuela dead. DJC's live right now, but he's not talking Intellivision Amico. It's not allowed. Don't worry, be happy says if they can't pay for furniture, they can't pay lawyers. Those agreements are phooey. And indeed they are. But we made them sign those agreements anyway. Because when we took over the show, we did not want the focus to be on the former crew. The focus is on this crew here. More people in this live than the DJC's. We're not competing. We're not competing with the former Amico Forever crew. We're here. We're doing our thing. They do their thing. Everybody's copacetic. I don't understand why DJC is live streaming instead of being on Amico Forever. I mean, he could always join. You know, I would be willing to have DJC come on as a special guest. You know, the former host coming here with the current host. It'd be a very interesting stream, I think. But DJC is not willing to do that. He's not willing to step out of his comfort zone. With that said, I think it's time to roll the tape. That's right. Like I said, we got that special six-packing game. The six-packing game. I know some people mistakenly said that it was Back Talk Party. They said Back Talk Party was the six-packing game. Some idiot frog claimed that he heard from the developers. But we have the true sixth pack-in game. Straight from Intellivision Amico headquarters. We're going to go ahead. We're going to debut that video right now. Oh, hold on. We got somebody popping in. Joey Curis. What's up, Joey?
Hey, what's going on?
Are you very proud of your friend Tommy Tellerico and all of his accomplishments?
Oh, incredibly. How could you not be? He's been the greatest backgammon player since, the game started. He knows AC Doocy. He knows it all. Is that what you're talking about? Or
No, I'm talking about all his musical accomplishments. I know he taught you everything that you knew, right?
Yeah, well, we've been working real hard on the Colonel Mustard soundtrack. I say we, I mean, I've been doing it, but, Tommy's like, get this Colonel Mustard's revenge. He got me, we listened to all these old 70s pornos he had. Like, we were listening to the soundtracks, and he was like, I want to get that vibe of, like, remember when you're growing up with your family and you're sitting on the couch, and I said, stop, Tommy. I don't want to hear anymore. I get it.
You're watching the Stag film with Grandma and
Yeah.
Grandpa?
Talking about like 8mm with the grandpa, and all, it was like, okay. He was like, and we play Clue. He wanted to throw it all together. It's weird, but
Joey Curis sounds like a lesbian CEO.
yeah. Well, a lot of people haven't heard my voice, but that's my picture too.
Joey looks like Neil. That's just coincidence.
Well, yeah. Well, okay, quote unquote Neil Patel. I mean, Tommy, he gets his friends to help him do stuff. Sometimes we pretend to be guys named Neil. Sometimes we pretend to write music for him. It's whatever.
Right. So you're just in time because we're going to debut the 6th pack-in game, Intellivision Amico, Gay Chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Originally, it was going to be called Happy Chicken, but happy was too long of a word for the cart. So they went with gay, because gay means happy. So here it is, Happy Chicken, or as it's now being redubbed, Gay Chicken. You excited? I'm excited. I'm loving this music. You do this music, Joey?
Yeah. Tommy Alvin.
Look at that. Designed by Guido Henkel. Music by Tommy. Joey Chittis. Yeah, there you go.
Gay chicken. I think that chicken's gay.
Oh, look at those graphics. It's like
chicken.
3D.
Ooh, time to see you.
I didn't realize Amico could do 3D graphics like this.
Well,
Photorealistic?
Everything that goes into it
Smash
has
is in this
love,
game?
passion, care, dedication, time.
People will line up to buy it.
A Bossa Lily?
We were having fun next to each other. We were standing right next to each other. All of us laughing.
Johnny Riggs? Or was that Ben Franklin? Ben Franklin?
I think that chicken's gay.
4 co-op modes?
Gay chicken.
Unlockable costumes? This sounds like a great game.
I think that chicken's gay.
yeah.
Gay chicken.
Online leaderboards, that's what we need. Male hens, female roosters. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I actually like that. With those graphics.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time on that song. Actually, like, one of our coworkers' little son came in and we recorded his voice. He go, I think that chicken's gay! And then we were like, say oof! Say, I think that chicken's gay! And so we mixed it all in. Tommy did the EQ. He pitched it, Tommy, he made it sound the way it sounds, really. But it's that game. Tommy was saying he was apprehensive about it because of the 3D environments, but what made it okay was the chickens are actually in a pen. So since they're in the pen, you can't get lost. It's not like you don't know where you're going. It's okay.
Oh, so it's not free roaming. It's like enclosed space. Yeah.
You're just
Family
in a
friendly.
little hole. Yeah, you try to lay the eggs basically within the pen, and the male chickens can lay the eggs. It was to broaden the audience,
That's very Disney-esque.
Yeah, you go woke or you go broke, And Tommy's finally seen the light. I think after there was so much pressure, Alvarado was checking in the old Amico forever before they got fired, and they were like anti-gay. So we were like, okay, start over, go all the way back. He got me all these gay club CDs. These weird, it was like these 90s gay club records, and it was like, okay, let's do this, but we're gonna, have kids' voices in the background. We'll pitch it down. It was cool, man.
J.M. De Los Santos says Dylan Mulvaney chickens.
Yeah.
First off, J.M., how did you know that Dylan Mulvaney will be endorsing? We're going to have a special limited edition chase cart endorsed by Dylan Mulvaney on Intellivision Amico. When I say we, I don't mean me. I mean like the royal we. I don't want people to be confused, think that I work at Intellivision. I don't work at Intellivision. Just a fan. This is a fan podcast.
You gotta understand, we're gonna do like this big pride parade float in San Francisco, and so Dylan's gonna be in the front with Tommy, and they're gonna be holding hands. Tommy's coming back for that. He was just he didn't like the way the company was going, but now as it's changing directions, Tommy's willing to come back and do this, and Francois is right. He's got the passion. He's got me working on all kinds of music for this, Colonel Mustard's Revenge, all kinds of shit that's going on. It's brand new.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see all the new things coming out. So the Amico is a trans console? Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's turned from phone to home console. It was like a phone. It was a phone game. It was saying, I was born to be a home console game. I'm stuck in a phone game's body. So what you want to do is transport me slowly, piece by piece. Like it doesn't. You don't transition overnight. It takes time. Okay, it takes years. And Francois is right. It's going to be within the next 2 years. It's coming out.
All right. So we have a special segment here on Amico Forever. And this is something that I didn't run by any of my panelists. I didn't run by Joey. But I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Because I went ahead and I went to, one of those AI programs where they do the art.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, AI program, make me, because you always see like the consoles being turned into anime girls. They got the Sony one, they got the Xbox one, the Nintendo one. We don't really have the Amico version. I know Amico Chan exists; she's out there, but she's a real woman. I want to see the console turn into an Amico, and turn into a anime waifu. So I went ahead and I put it in there. I said, "Hey, make me an anime waifu for the Amico," and came up with some pretty interesting results. So let's take a look at what Open Art here has to do. So this is the first result that came back.
I can't even tell what that is.
It is surrealism, I guess.
Beautiful.
Maybe that's a little better. As you can see, it says Intellivision Amico as an anime girl. That was the prompt. So that was made with waifu diffusion. That was the first version, right? Didn't work out too well. This is the second version that it came out with.
Dear God. So there's a certain subset of Amico fans that could get down with that, I think.
But we're not done, because I got several others. Because, this was an all-day project. So, I don't want to show my screen, so I had to close it. I had to close it for a minute, but we're going to come back. Don't worry. I know all you freaks out there. Again, this was the Intellivision Amico as a cute anime girl.
My suspicion is the AI has figured out that Amico is junk and broken.
This could be possible. This is interesting version.
Kind of lolly.
Yeah, a little. It's not as old as the Little Mermaid, but
That looks like 8-Bit Eric's pillow.
This one's actually pretty decent. It turned the skirt into the Amico.
Oh yeah, there's the base. There's the purple base right there.
And then this one is
oh God,
it's a nightmare.
Jeez,
I don't know what the hell.
The accurate depictions of angels.
But we actually got there's some better ones. There's some better ones coming up. There's one that's actually really good, and I think all the Amico fans are gonna want this on their Amico pillow. I think I'm gonna turn one of these into an actual T-shirt or maybe a body pillow for all the Amico enthusiasts. Not this one. This one's weird looking. I don't know what the hell this is.
Man, that a shroom trip.
This one again. Now we're getting back to the base. It's like she's melded. She merged into.
That one's got like. You ever seen Perfect Hair Forever?
No.
Got vibes. Perfect Hair Forever vibes.
This is another weird one. We got a girl, and the Amico base just kind of is glowing and melted.
Oh yeah, she's like a water demon.
Yeah.
Meg Mucklebones.
But this one, there it is.
Oh wow!
The brand new Amico Chan.
Wow, I'm gonna get a big tattoo of that on my back.
We're gonna make T-shirts of this Amico Chan.
Oh yeah, people will.
Amico Chan, come turn me on.
Ooh, Galaxy Purple, huh?
Yeah, so that's the Galaxy Purple version of Amico Chan. What kind of AI did you access? It's open AI. I believe this was a waifu diffusion. So, yeah. But I mean, we couldn't just rest at the purple versions, right? We had to go with some green versions And the green versions were equally disturbing. So, I don't know how this AI works, but
You know how I can tell you how it works.
so the anime girl's in the screen, and apparently they turned this part into a face too. So
Yeah, she's in there.
that's like a demon. I don't know what the hell this is.
It like Googles the terms and then just keeps checking back. It like puts out a bunch of random colors and then it Googles the terms and it keeps checking it over and over again like 100,000 times.
This looks like I don't even know what.
Looks like a Nokia phone. Whoa!
This one, she's coming out of the screen. She's trapped.
Hell no.
And then this.
That looks like a little console.
Yeah, but we got some better ones. You know, it's a learning machine, right? It learns. So again, this set here has one that I think we're going to put on some T-shirts. This will be the we'll have the purple Amico-chan, and then we're going to have a green Amico-chan. Not this one. I don't know why she's got boxing gloves on. Amico-chan.
Those are her headphones.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's lo-fi jam right there.
We got this. She's kind of beckoning.
Oh,
she's like, come play with me. Calm down, Rabbit Dude. I see you in the chat. This one. She got no arms. So,
Who needs them?
Yeah. And there you go.
Wow.
Cute anime girl.
Cute Amico.
I should get Psychic Max actually sketch an Amico-chan.
And Amico.
So,
Animako. We could call her Animako.
there you go.
There we go.
They did come up with some other weird ones that didn't look like the console at all. That were just basically anime girls with a bunch of weird text.
Yeah.
Again, I don't even know what the hell. Like, I understand how it works, but at the same time, it's like, what?
I'm getting it more and more.
So I put in a Intellivision Amico, right? So I said, hey, let me see what AR art can come up with just putting in Intellivision Amico. Right?
Oh, yeah.
And I
Yeah.
swear to God, the AI art created Chuck's background.
Yeah. So yeah, what it does is it's probably a lot. It's probably seeing a lot of fucking shelves because it just Googles. Yeah, it basically image searches the terms, and like there probably aren't a shitload of pictures of the Amico. So what you see are, if you put in television, a lot of times it pulls out in television. It's probably pulling out in television shelves. I don't know. Although it's always like the settings, changing a setting like a degree, like a tiny hair of a degree, changing like one value in one setting can throw the whole thing off with the fucking crazy AI stuff.
Yeah. All right. So
Who knows?
What the hell are you yelling at? Don't be yelling at me, Joey.
You know, we should get some Colonel Mustard Revenge renders, photo quality.
We should. This was the last version of Intellivision Amico video game system as a cute anime girl. I don't know what the hell this is.
It's like a bunch of audio tracks.
Yeah. But then we got this one.
Get off that shit. No. Get off that shit. You got to make a bunch of accounts, and then you just keep switching the accounts, and you got to go on GetImg, GETIMG.com.
No, this is the one. Look at that.
Oh my god!
And she's got
Beautiful.
a shelf collection behind her. This is going on shirts.
Yeah. Oh god.
And this weird one.
Ah! the hell's wrong with her?
She's an Amico.
She got a beard, I think.
But that wasn't all. That wasn't all we did, right? Because, like I said, I did want to see what it would come up with if I just asked it to come up with an Intellivision Amico. I just put in Intellivision Amico. This was Stable Diffusion. It's a version of the Intellivision Amico. We got two of them. So let's see what Stable Diffusion had to say. This is their first version of the Intellivision Amico. It's pretty close.
That's
pretty
usually
good.
what I get. Like a Famicom mixed with an Amico mixed with an old Intellivision.
And then this was the other one that it came up with.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah, I've made quite a few of these. It's like an Evercade, see?
Yeah.
It got some Evercade in there.
This is definitely a Frankenstein monster.
If there was that handheld Evercade called, it looks like that thing, yeah.
But that wasn't all, because again, I couldn't just stand for these cheap knockoffs. I said Intellivision Amico video game system, and this is from Realistic Vision version 2.0, and I think these are the best. These are possible. Tommy, you can use these to design the Amico 2. So this first one here. Simple.
Yeah.
It's got one button. Look at that. One button says Amico on the bottom.
Like Nintendo made it in 1986.
Yeah. This.
Whoa! It's got a little bit of the Playdate on there.
Yeah.
Little Playdate.
Playdate. And like a ham radio.
Yeah, that's what the AI is. The AI is seeing Playdates and Evercades and Nintendos. That's what's fucked up about it, and the older television.
This one, and it comes with a box. Look at that.
Yeah.
This is the Intellivision.
Intellivision.
Yeah. Look at that.
This fella's jizzing.
And this, look at that. This is a whole complete system. You get a TV, console, this wacky controller, and this keyboard controller.
Goddamn Commodore 64 version.
That it is. So there it is. Those are the futures of the Intellivision Amico.
Like a 3.5-inch floppy drive on it. It was a 5-inch floppy drive.
It's gonna turn my floppy drive into a hard drive pretty soon.
That's like a Tommy Tallarico fucking G4 joke right there, man.
Don't be jealous because you didn't think of it.
I know.
All right, we got one last thing to show, and this is the future of Intellivision. Look at that. Surrealism.
That looks pretty close to the real one.
I guess this is the Intellivision Amico mixed with what the hell was that robot for the Nintendo? The robot, the Nintendo robot.
Yeah, his name was Rob, the robotic operating buddy.
Yeah,
Rab.
cut out. Rab. Yeah, this is Rab, the Intellivision robot. You put a little cartridge in the head, and then Rab talks. It's got 42 LEDs in its center.
Looks like Tom Servo.
So yeah, I was actually, that's why I was late, because I was playing with the AI art.
Oh man, I could be showing you how to make beautiful women, like, let's mix Liv Tyler with Juliette Lewis and give her big boobs. Come on, where'd the Tallarico reference in? It was there.
You always got to make everything so dirty. You got to take something so pure, like AI art, and make it
Oh yeah, Kermit and Taylor Swift, so pure.
I didn't do that. There's literally no Kermit and Taylor Swift on my page.
You didn't do it, an AI did it.
No, I actually was just there with Taylor Swift. You're just jealous. That means Swiftie.
Listen, I don't get AI. What I do is I hire a guy to draw the pictures for me, Then I pay him for the rights to the picture. Then I tell people I drew the picture. That's what an upstanding, real music aficionado would do.
I just go to Google and steal a picture and then just claim it's mine, and hopefully no one sees it.
Oh, Lady Decade, nice to see you here. I just take people's identities and use them as my avatars and say that's my picture.
Nice to meet you, Tommy Amico.
A.K.A. Neil Patel.
A.K.A. Neil Patel, yeah. Rab is a robot. Have you seen him display emotion? I have. I've seen him display emotion one time when he yelled at Retro Bro.
Yeah, I've seen him get pissed off.
Yeah, he was really, really upset. Speaking of being pissed off, this is going to piss off all the haters. All you haters about to get BTFO'd. Just like Microsoft got back the fuck off by the UK government when they said you can't buy Activision. No Activision for you. All the haters about to get BTFO'd. Because this is Johnny Avocado here, as you can see.
Oh, yeah, the one.
It says, thank you for the kind post, Ken Sarmiento. Heart. He loves that Ken. Regarding some question posted on this thread, I can at least confirm that I and a small team of engineers, the team is small, they're like midgets. He's got a team of midget engineers. Worked all last year to produce the pilot units and are continuing to work with internal and external testers to improve the games and the system. External testers being DJC and Mike Mullis. Here's a question, Tom, before we go on this.
Yeah.
I mean Joey. My fault.
Yeah, Joey.
Jonathan. I see Joey curious, and I think Tommy Tellerico. That's the problem.
Neil.
Yeah. What if we went to Intellivision headquarters, and because Tommy loves Willy Wonka, right? What if we went there and there actually was a bunch of little people working there, dressed as Oompa Loompas?
Now, by Intellivision headquarters, do you mean John Alvarado's house?
His garage.
Yeah, the one where they mail out things in old Amazon boxes.
Yeah. Well, apparently they had an issue with the trademark office didn't want to, because they're a bunch of gaming racists. They didn't want to allow Intellivision to use a P.O. box address as a headquarters of business.
Wow.
So the trademark might be in jeopardy unless somebody steps up to allow their home address to be slapped on the documents.
Well, you would think it might be Tommy Tallarico, who's already got his home address all over tons of fucking documents for other things. Yeah. And apparently lives in a gated community, so there's nothing to worry about. But please don't bother him, guys.
I heard he's moving to Chile. That's just a rumor I heard. I heard he's moving to Chile because there's no extradition in Chile. Not that Tommy's worried about the government coming down and arresting him for anything, because Tommy hasn't done anything. It's not a scam, at least not in my opinion.
No, it's not like Tommy brought money over the border illegally and was prosecuted for that. He should be trusted at all times.
I think maybe he's just a little weary because last time his dad was around to write him a note, and this time his dad, unfortunately, will not be there to write him a note.
Well, I mean, he could always say his dad wrote him a note, and he could have Joey Curis write the note. It's all about how you frame things. It's all about, it's like, my dad did this before he died. Don't worry. Like,
that does sound like a Tommy thing to do.
Yeah, it's all about how you accredit things,
So I did see that the former host is still keeping the Intellivision spirit with a lot of Intellivision streams. He's doing like lunch streams and Intellivision midday streams and Intellivision Mondays and Astro Smash this and Thursday.
He compared Amico, one of the games, to the old version. Was it Astro Smash? Recently, he talked about Amico.
Oh, he's not allowed to do that. We'll be sure to send him a nice little reminder in the mail. Evil says, I got your Chile right here.
Better than a reminder in the mail.
Unfortunately, it's a habanero. It's a small little habanero evil, and not a big banana pepper. That's the problem. That's the issue.
We're not only sending letters to people here at Intellivision. We if you break the NDA, we are sending Ben Pong over to your house to knock on your door and scream at you.
You might have heard recently in the news that Wizards of the Coast sent some Pinkertons over to a content creator's house because he had gotten some boxes early, and they
fuck him.
They he released.
I didn't hear that. That was Magic cards?
Yeah, recently. It was recent.
Nice.
And they sent him these Magic cards early, and then he put them on the internet. Was like, hey, look at these the new cards that are coming out. And they didn't like that. So they sent some Pinkertons over there to rough them up and get the cards back.
Yep.
We have their number. They're very good friends with Tommy Tellerico, those Pinkertons.
Yeah, buddy.
So, you break that NDA.
Hey, you try to spend that money, we've marked the bills already. Got it?
That's right.
We know. We know what you're doing.
He says, I won't say more than that, as it is not my place to make announcements or projections. Despite being the, CTO?
CCO.
Yeah.
I'm going through a tunnel. Hold on, I'm going through a tunnel. You gotta wait for Joey. But go ahead.
Phil will be making a public update soon. Pretty soon. I do truly appreciate the support and good wishes from everyone. It means a lot. Thank you. Pretty soon, not definite when it's going to happen, but pretty soon, we're going to get...
Probably Q4, right? So probably like October 10th?
Yeah, October 10th. 10/10/2023, we'll get an announcement that they're delayed again.
Francois said 2 years. The system will be out in 2 years.
2 more years?
Yeah. At least. Come on, it's not a big deal.
Shit. People can't wait that long. I mean, look how they reacted in Chile. Let's look at the video from Chile. Let's see how they reacted. Video Games Live was in Chile. Here, the crowd responds to the Intellivision Amico.
They haven't been so
excited. Wrong. They spelled here wrong, but I think that's it's a secret code. Figure out why they spelled here wrong, and maybe you'll discover the next game. Maybe the next game is a hearing game. Tommy's always doing that. He's slick. We're on to you, Tommy.
Yeah.
I'm also the CEO and president of Intellivision. Intellivision was a video game system that came out in 1979. And it was by the early 80s, it owns 20% of the whole video game market. Atari was the big behemoth, but Intellivision was behind them. And
love you, Tommy.
One of the things that I've noticed being in the game industry for over 32 years is over the last 10 years or so, the game industry's kind of changed. The games have become a lot of complex and graphics and crazy. And I used to be able to play games with my mom and dad. And I haven't been able to do that lately. So I went out and I wanted to revive Intellivision and bring families back together. So that's what we've done with this new system called Intellivision Amico.
Lord, they really want to bring their family back together, I guess.
See how excited they sounded?
Yeah.
I could have swore that I'm not sure, but I could have swore I heard someone saying, I love you, Tommy, in the background.
Sounds like Mulus almost.
Yeah. Do you think Mike went to Chile? Maybe that's why he had to take off from Amico forever. He had to run over to Chile.
Yeah, we're all out here. We're all down here. The biggest cult members, all of Tommy's friends and stuff. How else is he going to bring the money back? So we got to each take $10K and we bring it back.
Yeah, that's how that works, right? And then you give it back to Tommy after you cross the border.
Because then he can save enough money to buy us all tickets.
We are growing really old waiting for the Amico. Why are they wearing masks? Because they can't breathe the same air as Tommy. That air is for Tommy only. That's Tommy's air. They forgot a period point. Here was part of the next sentence. I don't know. I think Tommy would know better than you, Potion. Because germs exist. Yeah. Tommy is president. I don't know if he's CEO. I think he's still allowing Phil to be CEO while he's president. They still make decisions together, but Tommy's he's handling the creative aspect. You know, like Gay Chicken.
Yeah, it was very involved in the music. Very, very involved.
Yeah.
He pushed the record button, and he EQ'd it a little bit. It was very... And really, wait till you hear this Colonel Mustard's Revenge soundtrack. It's like Dolly Parton mixed with fucking Sugar Ray, just all the best artists put together.
Well, Sugar Ray was inspired by Tommy Tallarico.
Yeah,
you know that. And Dolly Parton's Working 9 to 5 is actually about Tommy working at Interplay.
Here's a little known fact.
So.
Tommy actually cut and pasted some MIDI files recently from a Dolly Parton track. He's very into her.
That doesn't sound like Tommy.
Oh yeah, no. That's what he does now. He take the MIDI file, paste it into Earthworm Jim, and if it's somebody else's file, no big deal. I programmed it, right?
If it's on the internet, it's for everybody's use, right?
It's free.
That's right.
Free, yeah. And you don't have to give the original person credit or anything.
No. Why would you need to do that? The original person didn't put it into the game. He didn't push the button to transfer one file into the game. He didn't do that. Right. So why would he get credit?
Right. So is Video Games Live still omitting Zelda and Mario?
Why would they have the crappiest games ever filled with pornography and
why would they choose the most popular film in the world and the most anticipated video game in the world to do music for? Who would think that if you bought a ticket to Video Games Live you might see those two? Only
gaming racists would think that, Joey.
You know, when I'm in 2023 and I want to go to Video Games Live, what I want to hear is Still Alive from Portal. I'm not looking for anything like Zelda or Mario. I want to hear that fucking song from Portal that a few people remember.
Yeah. Does Becca Random have an OnlyFans? That's really disgusting, Evil.
Becca Random.
I'm gonna tell CPE on you, Evil.
Becca Random has an OnlyFans, but it's a cooking OnlyFans. She teaches you how to cook with all the paper towels.
Yeah, we watched
all paper towel recipes.
But speaking of watching things, I think we should close the show out here with the Intellivision Amico. Why it doesn't really matter, even if it releases in 5 years. 5 more years. We've already waited 5 years. It's been 5 years since the 2018...
you gotta understand though, it's aging like a fine wine. It gets better with each year. Just like people, they like the Wii U better now than when it came out. They're gonna why go through all that? Just bypass it and bring out the Intellivision Amico later when it's more popular, like Wii U.
Oh, so make it nostalgic. Like people will be nostalgic for it by the time it releases. So
yeah, people are
into the Intellivision Amico with nostalgia. That's fucking brilliant. Right.
Well, these kids, they're 10 years old, and they played 2016 phone games. Get them when they're 20, once they got some wallet, they got their first job, they're getting income, then they can spend $400 on the Amico.
I mean, that's brilliant marketing. They don't even need to pay anybody. That's brilliant.
Well, yeah, I've been coming up with a lot of stuff. The Gay Chicken was mostly my idea, but they're letting Joey run things because I'm the only one in the team that's actually accomplished anything in my life. So they figured, we figured out that Tommy Tallarico didn't do all this stuff. It was you, Joey. Can you head the company now? I said, fine, fuck. I'll fucking ghost CEO your company for you too, okay? Fuck.
Whoa. That's not family-friendly language.
I mean, I said fudge. Fudgy the whale. Anyway, back with Francois.
Let's hear what Francois has to say.
Hey, what's up, amigos? How are you? So I wanted to make another video to talk about a nice topic, which is...
He makes a lot of videos. You'd think he would have got a selfie stick or something by now, right?
Yeah, definitely. Or a crew of people around him. You think that we'd have some money over here at Intellivision to bring, a crew over to film our last remaining fan.
Yeah. Evil, who's in the chat complaining that he'll have to stream. I sent Evil the link if he wanted to join this stream and join the Amico Forever panel.
Pay no attention to Emo Knievel over there. Emo stream. Doing his own thing.
The audience of the Intellivision Amico. So the customers, who will be the customers of Intellivision Amico? I thought about making a video about this because of Musler, who commented, and of course he mentioned that even if we would wait 2 more years or even 5 more years, the current customers are not affected by it.
Wouldn't the current customers be dead in 5 years? Because most of them are old people.
Puzzler's a great commenter. Puzzler's just a totally reasonable person, not strange at all.
Not strange, not at all. Rocking that Lewis hairline.
You got that Lewis touching his glasses hairline.
Yeah.
Why? Because the customers, they didn't hear about it yet. I mean, the
customers will wait because they haven't heard about it yet.
Right.
Most of the customers, they are people from anywhere, all spheres of life, students, people in the workplace, families, older people, non-gamers, younger people, everybody. The people who heard about the Amico right now, they are the gamers who were on YouTube or people who know about Intellivision, and that's a very small part of the people who heard about it.
The people who heard about it are a very small part of the people who heard about it. This guy's fucking brilliant.
Right. And listen, if you haven't heard about it, it doesn't matter that the phone you have is more powerful and that the Switch is more powerful and cheaper. It doesn't matter. Once you hear about Tommy's passion, you'll understand that taking a game that already exists and adding a really shitty multiplayer mode is going to change the entire fucking world, okay? I mean, the entire fudging world, okay?
Yeah. You know how they have babies, baby boomers were born during a certain period, and they say whenever there's some sort of tragedy or some sort of world event that prevents people from going out there, there's a lot of babies are conceived. Are we going to have a bunch of Amico babies? These were babies conceived while people were waiting for the Intellivision Amico?
Oh, millions.
Yeah.
And
the family didn't have nothing else to do. Mom and Dad couldn't play co-op together because that didn't exist, so they had to, go do the horizontal.
And that's why we're trying to get. That's why we're trying to get the erotic Miko games out, maybe on the phones, like Colonel Mustard's Revenge. We can just get it on the phone app, or maybe it'll be put out on a different system, because we really want to get the breeding process going for true Amico fans in the future. Once the more Amico fans that are born in Amico households, then we can sell the console in 2016 through 2026.
Yeah. I mean, technically, the fans of the console, the people who are going to be playing the Amico, haven't even been born yet, right?
Yeah, that's the idea. All the people that are born from 2016 to 2026, once they mature, they'll want the Amico, because it's like the kids that are millennials now. They go, "Oh, I want a Nintendo. What's that, Dad? Is that old?" And you'll be like, "Yeah, but what about Amico? It never came out. Isn't that what you really want? It just came out now. We just brought it out."
It's nostalgic but new at the same time. This is a brand new concept. Junior Beefy will never want it. That's because he's a gaming racist. I've seen his videos. I seen him. He put on the little dinosaur costume and was chasing you. He's a gaming racist.
Mm-hmm.
That kid's a menace.
Well, he's a literal gaming racist.
Does Francois have a Gordon Ramsay forehead, or is that a third eye? That's his Amico essence.
Yeah, he got that James Rolfe hairline. Give him a break, man.
Yeah.
Right? So, Autori. Okay, so I was just
He's
telling
talking to
them that
himself now?
will not be filmed. So the audience, the customers are everybody. So maybe not even.
I want him to just go up to random people and be like, have you heard about the Intellivision Amico? It is
Did
the
that,
greatest
remember?
lifestyle.
You remember when he did that at the gas? He really did that once at a gas station at night, and the video's
he?
gone, and we tried to find it. Yeah, he walked up to some lady and was like, "Have you heard about Amico?" It was like the middle of the night. He was at a gas station. Other people saw it. It happened. It was fucking weird, man.
Are you sure it
It
happened?
was
Or
crazy.
did you imagine it?
It
with all the
happened.
drugs?
No, it really happened. It really happened. He was walking around at night. He walked into a gas station. He was asking the random people about it, and they were like Brazilian. They were like, "What the fuck?" Like,
If there's no video evidence, there's no proof that it didn't happen.
I think it's gone. I don't know.
I mean, just like all the people who shilled for the Amico, right? Once they deleted their videos, that means they never shilled for the Amico. Never happened.
I don't know if it's deleted. I might just be bad at finding shit, but yeah, I mean, Amico is just so much lost content.
What his
So-
bicep says, I seen it happen.
See, he was there. They were there. There's so much lost content.
So much gold that needs to be found.
So much lost gold. So much deleted gold. The Intellivision Amico YouTube story.
Even 1% of the customers, much less than 1% of the customers.
I bet you Laser Active guy has it.
Oh yeah, he might.
I'm still not sure if Intellivision was this giant Andy Kaufman experiment. Because he was really good at selling it like that. He believed in this idea.
You think he might be sick?
Like in the head, probably.
Yeah. Is that what you're saying? You're saying you can't figure out if he's joking or if he's sick?
Yeah.
Wasn't that kind of true with Andy Kaufman also? Like, you couldn't tell if he was just, like, mental at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Might just been, like, some real high-functioning autism or something.
Yeah, and that could be the Intellivision guy, the same thing. I mean, his one video where he's outside, that's why I think he's a troll. Here's why I think he's a troll. Because he's like, I'm going to reveal this information, and he starts talking, and the wind picks up, and you can't hear him because of the wind. And I think he did that on purpose. I think he planned.
You mean Francois, or you mean Tommy Zero?
Tommy Zero, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tommy Zero's fucking around. He's nuts.
He's nuts, but
Tommy
good kind of nuts.
Yeah, no, he's just, like, way too smart for all this shit.
Why are you talking shit about Tommy Zero? Are you nuts? He's the best. He's our savior, senior of the universe.
I can't be seen yucking it up. I'm going to have to leave now.
Oh, come on. Just because I'm here.
No, it's part of the D. Reed clause. Joey Curious, I'm a good friend of D. Reed. No Herbie Dirties. I'm a good friend of D. Reed. He showed me videos of himself doing things with his ex-girlfriends, and because of that, I can't Herbie Derby it up. But maybe just...
I got a question for you, Evil.
Yes.
How are you here if your message says 10 o'clock p.m.? The message that you put in the private chat says Herbie Derby, but it says 10:06 p.m. And right now it's only 9:08 p.m.
There's some bullshit in this computer that it's kind of in the future. Great Scott Martin.
It's only 7.
When I started StreamYard, it says that I've been an hour streaming and it's 1 minute. Like, it's crazy.
Maybe you have been streaming for an hour. Maybe you clicked the link like an hour ago and you just didn't realize it.
Probably.
Did you see the Mario movie again?
No, I fell asleep, man. I was waiting for the weed. The weed was more important than watching it again. I'll watch it tomorrow if it's still.
Was it filled with pornography?
The Mario movie? Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Super Horny Bros.
Doesn't Nintendo own that now?
Yeah, so
they've owned it for a while.
Yeah.
They own it so they can put it on the corporates every day to motivate the employees.
Miyamoto watches this privately.
Of course, it's so nobody gets the rights. But guess what, guys?
Oh, there was
Internet is the
guys.
internet's.
Hey, listen, I found an old Famicom game, and I wish I had the name for it. I'm gonna get off in a minute, but I'll try to put the name in the chat. This Famicom game was made by Hal, who worked for Nintendo, and they made it about this comedian who ended up being a sexual predator. So they were making rape games back in the 80s.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's almost like that. It's almost like Takeshi's Challenge. It's not that. It's not that.
Yeah, I knew that Takeshi wasn't a sexual predator.
No, it's not Takeshi. But they compared this guy to Takeshi in that he did a lot of things. He worked on a lot of shows and did a lot of different things. But he was caught on a train, like taking pictures of girls up skirt, and like it was like underage stuff, and it was exactly
so a typical Japanese man.
It was
average Japanese man.
Come on, let's not throw the.
That's the Rochi.
Right. Let's watch some Francois.
Okay.
I've never heard about Amico, and some people will say, well, the hardware will be outdated. It's already outdated. It's been 2 years it was supposed to release. Now it's outdated. No, because it's a different philosophy for Amico. They have they have a different philosophy, and I think the.
What's up, 1 inch biceps?
Hey, biceps.
It's a dick pic. It's a dick pic.
Oh, shoot! It's a dick pic. No, closer.
It's a dick pic. Get rid of it.
I don't think it's a dick pic.
It's a dick pic. It's a dick pic. He's not talking.
No. I'm here. Had to change my audio settings. I'm sorry.
So glad you could join us. What's going on, 1 inch?
Not a whole lot. It's good to be on the program, but I just had to call in and just express how excited I am to have my pre-order for the Amico. It is on the launch pad, and it will be out in no time. Just we got to get some updates. Just
couple years, right?
You got any updates?
I got nothing. Soon. John Alvarado says soon. There'll be an announcement.
The Alvarado thing was very promising. Not gonna lie, like he said, Phil Adams will soon make an announcement. So this is not just some garbage, empty promise. It's a new.
Can you wait 5 more years? Francois says he can wait 5 more years for the Amico.
My liver will explode before that. So yeah, I cannot wait 5 more years. I don't have 5 years.
Oh,
you don't have 5 months, Evil.
Yes, I have to fly to UK to go and marry that woman so I can get a liver transplant or something. Don't tell her.
We won't tell her that you're gonna cut her liver out.
Half a liver. She can live without a liver.
We need a Kickstarter to get Evil a new liver.
I mean, you could just take a little chunk. I hear that you could just snip off a little bit of liver and it'll grow like a new one.
Yeah, you just insert just a little chunk from somebody else's liver. So that's all we need. Just a little piece for Evil to keep him alive. So he can see the Amico.
Exactly.
But can you wait 5 years?
By Christmas this year, we'll get news. I promise you that. Christmas.
I gotta leave. I gotta go work on new songs. Bye.
All right, Joey.
Oh, come on, Curas.
Come on, Joey. I didn't get to talk to Joey very long. He sounded oddly like somebody else.
Oof.
This got off the rails.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. This is our version of Lexar. We call him Evil.
I'm very aware of Evil. I always think about him whenever I'm playing my Halloween pinball machine. There's like an Evil jackpot, and I always think of Evil saying, "Come on, Scott."
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
And if you guys aren't aware, 1 inch biceps does co-host sometimes, most of the time, maybe like 90% of the time, the In Your Head Wrestling Radio podcast. So check that out.
Yes. Very fine broadcast. We put on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m.
Except
Eastern.
for that one Tuesday when it was on a Wednesday.
Yeah, well, we jump around every now and then because it's scheduling issues, so it happens.
Yeah.
Tony, I'm so horny for some Astro Smash. I need some more
shit.
Astro Smash in my life.
Do you? Not me. I'm not. I'm not.
I asked to smash your mom last night
Okay.
for a match.
I want some Farkle. I'm ready for that.
Oh, you're on the Farkle wagon. I see.
The best one. It's about the games. It's not really about the graphics. Of course, if you keep a mind.
He said the hardware is not going to be outdated, and it's not about the graphics, it's about the game. But outdated hardware has nothing to do with graphics. It just has to do with the ability to work, function, and buy components because they're fucking outdated and no one's making them anymore. Does Francois not know? Does he, like, seriously, it seems like 90% of the people who are Amico fans have no clue how things get manufactured. Like, they just think that it just exists, right? Like, just come off the assembly line, like, it's done.
I think Tommy was he doesn't really have any like idea of manufacturing either. He was just trying to will everything to happen. He was, and it didn't happen. So
no, it didn't at all.
Jeez.
Was Francois at any Amico events? No. They didn't do any in Canada. That's why OEB Pete wasn't at any either.
Poor OVB Pete. I feel so bad for him.
You Super J says new WWE Heavyweight Championship is the main event IC title. What's that about?
Oh, I think it's where they debuted the new belt and like all the people who are like IC level, like Austin Theory, they're wanting to like get this belt. So it's like Roman Reigns is like the true champion. So this belt's kind of like a new IC belt, I guess. I guess that's what he's comparing it to. So, yeah.
When I heard they were bringing back the WWE Heavyweight Championship, I thought that was going to replace the Universal Championship or whatever the hell it is it's called.
Well, currently Roman Reigns has both of those belts. He's like the undisputed, so he's going to keep it. Whichever brand that he's sent to in the draft, he'll stay there, and then whoever else is going to be. So it's two champions basically now. They just don't want to take the belt off of Roman Reigns. It's pretty silly.
It sounds silly. What they should do, and not to veer off into wrestling, but what they should do is they should have the champions just work both brands, right? Because there's only supposed to be one champion, right? And because they own it all, they might as well just be like, well, this is the World Heavyweight Champion, right?
Yeah.
Here's a number one contender from that brand. Here's a number one contender from that brand.
So that's kind of what they were doing with Roman Reigns until Vince came back. Now that Vince is back, he's just trying to get it all, like brand extensions and the things that nobody cares about in wrestling. So that's what's going down with that.
It resets the lineage of the blue belt, which was the black belt. It's done.
Yeah.
Cody should have beat Roman at WrestleMania.
No. Cody is a turncoat. I hate Cody Rhodes. He can go to hell for all I care.
Why? Because he left AEW?
Yes. He started AEW, and then he's just like, I'm just going to go join the other company.
He didn't leave AEW. AEW left Cody Rhodes.
No, how's that even possible? He was a founding member. He was an EVP of the company. He had a job for life in AEW, and he's just like, I'm just going to go to WWE because I don't like the fans booing me here. That's so lame. Screw Cody Rhodes.
I mean, on the one hand, yes, I get that he is kind of a turncoat. But on the other hand, him being the champion would be like when Jeff Jarrett was the champion of TNA. It'd be like come on, really? The guy who owns the company?
It would be like Tommy Tallarico joining Atari right now. That's what it would be like. It's just it would destroy everybody's camaraderie behind the Intellivision brand. That's what would happen if Tommy would leave. He is a pillar of the company. He's going to get it on the launch pad, and it's going to be in everybody's hands
soon. 5 years from now.
Oh no. Seriously, this shit's been going on for 5 years already. Do we
that's what I
have
said.
5 more years?
5 more years, half the Amico fans will be dead. They can't get refunds because they're dead. That's what they're waiting. Like, maybe if we wait long enough, all the refunds they'll just be fucking dead. Tommy Amico says, "What the fuck?"
Pre-orders.
I walk away for a minute and it's WrestleMania shit.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
apologize,
happens.
Tommy.
I mean, it wasn't your fault. You, Super J, brought up the.
You mean that was Joey? Tommy was really Joey? Oh.
No, that was Joey. Tommy just showed up.
Oh, okay. I see.
Sweet and tender Hulk Hogan.
Well,
but I do love the wrestling. The wrestling. We're gonna try to do a wrestling show on this channel eventually.
Excellent. It seemed like you had some backlash towards that from some of your female listeners. They were like, "Ooh," I saw "ooh" was one of their responses.
Oh, that's Bianca. She's always around.
There's no like more demeaning response than just "ooh."
What's the worst that she could say? No, and she goes "ew."
Ooh, yeah, that's pretty bad.
All right, let's get through this Francois upload. Shit, we only got 2 minutes in. Fuck. Typical us.
The same mindset as Nintendo or the other big three. It's a competition between them. Who has the best hardware? So 2 years is a...
Nintendo is not competing for the best hardware. Seriously, do these people know anything about video games? They just come out and say shit like that makes no sense.
Yeah. Nintendo just lives off their IPs. I think everybody knows that, though. So, except this guy.
A long time for them. I mean, it's a long time for them. For Amico, the important is that we can play these games and have fun. The graphics are enough. It's enough. It feels good to say this. It's enough. Right? I'm enough. These games are...
This guy is fucking cracked out of his mind, isn't he? He's sweating. It doesn't look that hot. The man's sweating. His eyes are sunk in. He's like, I'm enough. Like.
I told the Amico, because we are junkies, and I told him this is not just a regular stoner. He's on some hard shit. Like he has always been. Even on previous videos, even worse. Like,
he's chasing the dragon hard.
Yeah, totally.
I don't think you want to say he's chasing the dragon. I mean, that's a pretty bad. Well, maybe you know. I mean, I don't think he's a heroin addict, if that's what you're saying. I mean, he just wants his Amico, Tony.
Where's Tommy? Tommy Amico, you're still in the chat. Your wife's a heroin addict. You would know. No. This is what she looks like.
Is this what she's looking like?
I told you, this is not just a stoner. This is way more. Something else. We know his hard rock face. We have seen him.
Well, Gen X
with the trends and.
Gen X always says, it's like, you get your Amico fix, So, I mean, maybe it is really like some heroin. It's just like,
pumping it right into his veins.
It's like, this is what No Updates is doing to Francois. It's just like, look at him. Look, he's so desperate right now.
He's out there sucking dicks for updates. Yeah, the Amico updates.
I'm back alleys. Yeah.
I got these cheeseburgers.
Knocking on Tommy's door. Give me some more.
He's like Cricket from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like he's getting his mind is getting worse and more rotten.
His mental stage is breaking down. They're gonna see him he's just gonna be walking around Canada with the phone. It's not even on. He's just cutting interviews about the Amico.
He's got like a long beard. It's 5 years later. He's like, it's just 5 more years. We'll have the Amico. It will be out.
I put him at 1.5 speed. I can't handle one.
Yeah.
Enough, and I'm also enough. I don't need to always to be more. Always trying to get more. Always in competition with everybody. People are so much in this mindset. We need to change that. And like Albert Einstein said, that the measurement of intelligence is the ability to change, to adapt. If you see something wrong, you adapt.
I don't think Albert Einstein said that. I'm pretty sure Albert Einstein never said anything about the measure of intelligence is the ability to adapt.
There's a bunch of
Make
shit
it
that
better.
otherwise I didn't say.
I'll take Tony's word
I'm not
for
talking
it.
about the
I don't
graphics
know.
here. You don't have to always take the same direction. You know, changing it takes courage to change. It takes to be smart enough. Otherwise, you want us to remain smart because you won't want to change. Right? The people really smart, they see the change is needed. And a lot of people, they don't want to be smart because it requires them to change. And they don't want to be that person who create that change. They don't have the...
I always thought that, education and learning things made you smart, but apparently just wanting to change makes you smart.
It's like the end of Rocky IV. If he can make a change, they can make a change, So they're all smarter for it.
Have you seen the Cobra Kai series?
I've seen up till season 3, I think, when they had the big brawl in the house.
You
gotta see the last season because they have like a Russian guy comes in and he's gonna determine whether or not the two dojos get to go to this big karate tournament. And right before they make the judgment, Johnny's like he does the Rocky speech. He's like, "But if we can change, you can change." and fucking Daniel's just shaking his head like, "Oh, this fucking idiot." And then the judge is like, "Rocky IV, it's a great fucking movie."
Oh, that sounds pretty awesome.
Dude, it's fucking the scene is just great. It's just perfect.
Yeah, that was great.
J.M. Del Santos says, the rocket is already on the launch pad, loaded with the Amigos. With the command of my voice, I raised the level of the Amigos to one that I can't be reproduced. Dig your claws into my organs, scratch into my tendons, bury your anchors into my bones. For the power of the Amico will always prevail. Dun, dun, dun.
They're literally giving racist Albert Einstein.
That is a famous Einstein quote.
By the way, before you... I'm very stoned, but that thing on Francois' forehead, I'm waiting for the eye to open, like the third eye to just to open and say oh, he knows everything. The Amico will come out.
How much thinking does he do? Because I'm 40, 42, and I have no wrinkles on my forehead.
Neither do I. But my grandpa told me as very young, don't wrinkle your forehead. Look at this. And I was like, okay, I won't.
Yeah. It's because I'm not willing to change.
Yeah, I can't really bash anybody for receding hairlines or anything. So I'll stay out of this conversation. I know Jay.
So that doesn't that. I'm bold as I'm look like Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor or Lex Luger? Lex Luger's a wrestler. He's not.
Lex Luger.
Yeah.
No, I wish I looked like Lex Luger. No, Lex Luthor from Supergirl. Sadly.
Strangely, Lex Luger, he still has his hair. So. But,
oh yeah. I wish I had Lex Luger's hair.
I also have all my hair. I'm getting to the point where I don't want to, go get a haircut because I'm like, man, what if this is the last one? If I go and that's it just stops growing.
Well, some people said it's like if you wear a hat that makes it fall out, but I'm here to tell you that's not true. It was falling out before I ever started wearing a hat. I wore a hat just to cover it up. It's it's I don't want to look at my bald ass fucking head.
Oh, I fucking shaved it the moment I saw it was falling. I was like, okay,
yeah,
I have a great time with my hair because I used to have long hair for 20 years. So I was like, I had a good run. Fucking
One of my smart ass relatives, they like to take pictures of me in compromising spots. And I was looking down and it was just total baldness was just shining through the few little strands of hair on top of my head. And I was like, fuck, I'm bald.
You had that Homer Simpson comb over?
Yeah, I was doing this comb over, and I was like, I'm still rocking it pretty good. But then I seen that picture, and I was like, no, I am bald. I need to shave my head and just get rid of it.
All right, you Super J, take it easy. You can always watch the replay. Tommy says I got that AVGN hair. I don't know what that means, but I got a full head of hair, and I got a nice ZZ Top beard going.
The AVGN
hair. Justy says, oh, damn, 1 inch on a live stream. Hell yeah.
Thank you, sir.
But he put hill yeah, so I think Justy might be chasing the dragon himself.
Hey, Justin, what about me? What about me? No complimenting me.
You still feuding? You still feuding with Justy?
No, we're cool. We're cool. Oh, that's what I'm joking.
I want them all to hug it out. I want Tony
we-
to hug it out with
Literally,
DJP.
we use that phrase today, hugging it out. You know.
Mm-hmm. I want Evil to hug it out with whoever he's feuding with. I think it's I don't know. I'm not sure what crew you're feuding with, but
No.
feuding with
It
me.
was just a misunderstanding with Justin. We're cool.
Okay.
I'm feuding with Evil because he mentioned somebody that shall not be named on his live stream the other day.
What? The woman.
The woman.
Oh, I'm sorry, man, but it's my stream. Come on, it wasn't. I'm not saying it's here. I'm respecting.
You Herbie Derbied it up. That's it. Tony has that nasty bucket of beard hair. I still got it. I still kept the hair, just in case.
Like you really got like a beard that's like ZZ Top level.
Yeah,
like...
you didn't see that short I did where I shaved it all. It was like a big.
What does Justin has a sad?
No, it's not a sad face. It's a throwing up face because all that beard hair that was in that bucket.
Oh shoot! Oh yeah. Oh, remember that thing that video was disgusting when you make that thing when you shave your. Oh God, that looked like pubic hair.
That's how my hair grows. It's all curly. It's on my face, but it's all like curly, and it looks like pubes.
Are you talking about a red-haired woman? Says, but Justice walking the very nice on this stream. Like
Justy's treading dangerous waters.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find the video. There it is.
He's on drugs. He's ready like a madman. Says JM de Los Santos. Of course, he's on drugs, man.
Hold on. This is the last time I shaved.
Oh man.
I really want to throw up.
You put that in the trash can, right? You didn't just let it go down the drain.
It doesn't go down the drain.
There's no way.
You need the Mario Brothers to fix that plumbing.
That's why I shave over a bucket, so that way the hair doesn't go down the drain.
Yeah, I've got like a whole like filtration thing that I do to get rid of the hair and make sure it don't go down the drain. So.
No wonder Bobby is single. I mean, what does that mean? Bobby? What is Bobby?
That's worse than the meatball subs. Don't be jealous of my meatball subs. I do have a nice mustache. I have a spruce mustache.
I cannot grow a mustache because I look immediately like a cholo from those Hollywood movies, like ese que pasa.
Yeah, that's what I look like, especially since I'm wearing Dickie shorts, socks all the way up, Chuck Taylors, and a nice wife beater. I live the stereotype. It's okay. The other day, Evil, my dad called me over to his house. He said he needed help with something, right? And he said, well, just go around back. So I went around back, and the lawnmower was sitting there, and my instinct took over, and I mowed his grass.
Did he give you a nice tip at least?
No.
You just did it for that.
He's like, it's hot outside. He goes, it's hot. It's hot outside. So because the weather over here has been going up and down. So he's like, oh, it's too hot for me, right? So I'm mowing the grass. And he's sitting outside watching me mow the grass. And I said, Dad, didn't you tell me it was too fucking hot to be out here? He goes, yeah, but I want to make sure you do it right.
That's a Latino dad, yeah.
Thanks, Dad. And his lawnmower is fucked up, right? Now, my dad's not poor, right? He's not poor. But he's Latino, and he don't throw shit away, right? So the lawnmower, he had to rig it up so that it stays, with the little bar you push. So that stays And then the spark plug. In order to stop the lawnmower, you have to pull the spark plug out.
Holy! Oh my God!
So yeah, so he's like, yeah, make sure. He's like, here's some gloves. I said, what are the gloves? So when you pull the spark plug out, you don't kill you. Like, really? Like, just buy a new. I will buy you a new lawnmower.
Mm-hmm. No, they won't accept it. They would
you won't.
It would be like, it's not about the money, son. It's not. I know. It's like my dad. Yeah, I get it.
He's got like 3 of them. It's just like 2 of them are busted, and that one's like slapped together from the excess parts of the other 2. I'm like, just
the excess part, like a reanimator kind of thing.
It's like a Frankenstein lawnmower. I'm using it, and it's low as fuck because the bar is broken. You know where you adjust the height. So I'm like pretty much on my knees mowing his grass, pushing this fucking.
That's brutal, man.
It was. It's terrible.
But you still felt like doing it. That's the worst part. Even in a very uncomfortable way to do it. Because if it was like a nicest lawnmower, you'd be like, oh, I'll do it in a moment for fun. But you were pushing yourself like in this shitty way.
Dude, it was shitty. Yeah, but it's my dad. You gotta help your parents.
That's very true.
Anyway,
make me a sandwich. I mean, what?
I wish.
I told you. I wish I would with somebody to make me some out of food.
Justy says, "What is 1-inch best Amico moment?" He's an OG.
He's an OG.
The best like Amico moment, like the funniest moment.
He just said best. So whatever you
like,
think is best.
The craziest moment. I think the Crayola after party was probably the craziest time. I really like felt bad for Cyrus during that whole thing, and like I wish like somebody would have had enough sense to like grab Cyrus and be like, "Hey, come here and help me with something," and got him away from the camera before.
No, they pushed him in front of the camera. They're like, "Cyrus, go over there and
like nobody.
What you feel."
Nobody had the good sense to be like, "Hey, maybe we should get Cyrus away while he's doing this crazy rant right."
Well, because they thought they were in the right. They're like, "We're winning. This is it. This is like the victory party." They were fucking. What did Pong say? They'd be parading down the street.
It was like the most sad thing is it was like they weren't allowed to basically show anything, so they were just filmed that corner. It was so pathetic, but it was gorgeous at the same time. It was like an art.
It was a beautiful moment.
It was a beautiful moment.
I did genuinely feel bad for Cyrus during that whole moment, but it was fun to watch. It was definitely fun to watch. But
I felt bad later on after it never came out. You're like looking back, like wow, in the moment that must have been really sweet, but then like a couple months later, as it kept going, you're like, shit, this looks bad. Look now.
I'm pretty sure he felt good at the moment. Let's face it.
That's what I'm saying. In the moment, it was good, but then like as the months started rolling on and there's no Amico, you're like, fuck.
Like if I got involved in this whole thing and like I was like so pro Amico and like yeah rah rah Tommy Tallarico you're the best and then it fell through like this. I mean why wouldn't I would probably want to like murder Tommy. I mean it'd be like I would be so fucking pissed at him right now if I was those guys. Because he's made you look like an asshole. I mean.
Yes.
I don't see why they're still like so rah rah. Let's go Amico. I mean, it's just like it's not happening. I'm sorry. I mean,
most of them have quietly walked away. You see, DJC stopped doing the show. He's doing all kind of Intellivision shit, but no Amico shit.
Well, he's still holding it out. He's still like it's coming out, guys. It's gonna happen. I don't see how that's even possible at this point.
It's not.
My big falling off point was whenever I heard you say they're like 2 million in debt, or I think it's even more than that. I was just like, yeah, it is not happening. It is so dead.
I mean, even someone would have to have a whole bunch of money and a whole bunch of stupidity mixed together just to save this thing.
Yeah.
All right. But real quick, Jam Del Santos says, did you hear that Chavo was pissed at Rey Mysterio for using Eddie's Los Guerreros entrance? He called Rey a wannabe Guerrero. I did not hear that, but I'm not surprised.
Well, there's a whole thing with Shaw Guerrero. And I don't think it's Shaw. I think it's one of Eddie's other daughters, and she's saying like
feuding with the mom.
Yeah, they're feuding with the mom. It's some really bad stuff, and I think Chavo's siding with the daughter. So I don't know if Chavo knows something more about that, but it's getting pretty ugly with that camp. So I don't know if Chavo's mad at Ray or what, but yeah, I don't know. But I know that like a lot of rumors start flying around that Vicky was upset because Dominique was doing the whole like kind of like Eddie Guerrero character and stuff like that, but that turned out not to be true. So it's craziness. But
yeah, but I mean, it's a storyline that Eddie started, right? You can't. I hate when they do that, like to just like, oh, we'll just pretend like we never said that Eddie Guerrero was Dominic's father, right? It's like a thing that you said, so you have to carry it out.
Yeah, the only mention they've had of that was like Dominique said to Ray he wished Eddie really was his father. So it's like they've kind of abandoned it, but yet they kind of mention it at times. So it's strange. It's just, typical wrestling stuff that, they drop stuff and pretend like it never happened, and all the fans are just left with their dick in their hands.
Jam says, read the New York Post. So Rey Mysterio, I'm sorry that no one knows who Rey Mysterio Sr. is. Rey Mysterio Jr. No one knows who he is, and I'm sorry that you have to latch on to the Guerrero family, and we're just kind of tired of it. So thank you for keeping Eddie's name alive. Thank you for keeping the Guerrero name alive. We don't need you. We're good. You know what I'm saying. Dang. It sounds like a Chavo thing.
Okay, what about Rey Mysterio Sr.?
He's saying he don't know. No one knows who that is. They're basically saying that Rey's latching onto the Guerrero name because the Guerreros are famous, and his uncle, Rey Mysterio Sr., isn't. Despite being in WrestleManiac.
Exactly.
Wrestling horror movie ever.
I love that movie. That was good to watch if you haven't seen it. WrestleManiac.
Yeah, and it's got what's her name? She's in hiding with her legs all.
Oh, I don't know anybody else outside of Rey Mysterio Sr. who's in that movie.
She's the chick that used to be on Deal or No Deal. What the hell's her name?
Oh,
she was one of the.
You're not thinking Meghan Markle, are you?
No.
The chick on Deal or No Deal.
She started off on the WWE. She was in the Diva Search. Layla Milani.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I do remember that name. Yeah.
She was on the Diva Search. Then she joined Deal or No Deal as one of the briefcase girls. And then she was in that movie.
Ah. Yeah, I do remember her. Layla Milani.
Jam, there's no link because you're not a mod. So there's no link popped up. Hold on. Let me mod you. We got to get JM as part of the wrestling talk show.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Boom. Now you're a mod. Now you can put links.
Do you even watch like the current day product though? Like, do you watch?
Fuck that.
Why are you wanting to do a wrestling show if you're not even watching like the current?
We're talking about old school wrestling.
Oh, just talking about old stuff. Okay.
No, I was gonna start getting back into it. I got Peacock and everything. And
I know you said like you think AEW is boring, so I just I didn't think you were.
I tried to watch it. I did. I legitimately sat down. I was like, I'm gonna watch AEW. It was just, I probably because I didn't know anybody. They like, was there storylines going on? They really didn't like.
Yeah, you kind of have to like invest yourself for a few weeks to get familiar with all the characters, but.
I think the announcers are shitty. The announcers in the old
the announcers have like digressed. I mean, they were doing pretty good there for a while, but then they've really, it's been bad.
Well, like I said, when I watched AEW, the announcers really were not focused on what like the feud or like explaining any of the backstory or why these guys. They're just like, he hit him with a suplex.
Yeah.
Like, wow, okay, yeah, I can see that, fucker. Tell me the things I don't know. Like, Mike Tenay and them used to have, like, fucking insight, or, like, they tell you something.
Mhm.
I heard backstage that the Macho Man was talking shit about Hogan. You're like, oh, really?
Yeah, they could use some more of that, like filling in the storylines and everything. And I'm getting kind of upset with them just because like they do kind of abandon storylines, like, and they just go on to a next thing instead of like carrying it out and letting something really build up, like the Bloodline storyline that they got going on with WWE, because that's been huge for them up until now when Vince has come back and he's destroying that. So.
Yeah, Jam, we see the links now. I made you a mod, so the links will pop up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
This courage. They don't have that courage that is required to not do like everybody else and change. It takes virtues. It takes courage to do that. People like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, they were leaders. They were visionaries. They didn't care what other people think. They're smart. They were the smartest because they didn't.
Steve Jobs and Bill Gates were the smartest?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Didn't Bill Gates steal a bunch of stuff from other people?
Did Bill Gates visit Jeffrey Island like million times?
Possibly.
And he's a role model now.
He also goes to third world countries and shoots up pregnant women and so they can abort their babies.
And they say like, oh yeah, well, a percentage of people will be paralyzed with this. Yeah, it's part of for the greater good. Go fuck yourself.
For the greater good. I'm still unvaccinated. That's right, folks.
Unvaccinated
and COVID free.
But I am vaccinated. Wink, wink. Just for purposes of me flying to UK and marrying CPE. I mean, what? I need a UK green card.
I hear you.
Not a bad idea, Scott.
We'll have Finbar smuggle you in. Don't worry.
Oh, thank God, yeah. He'll show me the crab maga. The best maga ever, guys. Crab maga. The best maga.
Don't care about what other people think, and for that they wanted to keep going to do the changes needed. They didn't want to do like everybody else. Too many people just quit and just want to do like everybody else. They don't want to.
Didn't both Bill Gates and Steve Jobs try to innovate technology and bring it to the forefront and make it advanced as possible, and not try to regress, sort of like the Intellivision Amico? He's comparing two people who've pushed the boundaries of technology to someone who's trying to take us back into the 70s.
Yeah.
See the changes needed, but it will bother them because if you keep seeing them, you will think about the change you need to do that everybody is not doing. It will stresses you out. It's simple to understand this concept. It's very simple, but here I'm just explaining to you. So the Intellivision Amico audience, customers, they didn't hear about it yet, and it doesn't matter the graphics, the hardware. It's enough. It's enough. You could play these games for 10 years and on. The same for the board games. When you play,
you can't play any other games for 10 years. It's only Amico games.
Mm-hmm.
For 10 years, because they're the beauty about the Amico games is that they are like, immoral. They're gonna be like, they can be enjoyed by somebody in 100 years. So that's what Francois is telling me. We're stupid enough not to understand that concept. These games are. It's like the Mona Lisa, you can see it. You see a woman sitting. So it's the same thing. That's the Amico. It's enough. It's enough. You can understand a Farkle. It's dark. It's just dice. It's just, that the cornhole is clearly a thing that you throw. It's
a metaphor.
Guys. Why do you need more? You idiots. This is not like the age of Zelda and Super Mario. Like they were like kind of no. This looks good enough to understand that this is the reality that we're seeing, but at least in my eyes.
Jam De Los Santos says, no wonder the virus is spreading again. We now have the Kermit variant. I said I never got COVID. Right, so I can't spread the thing that I never got.
You were a silent spreader or whatever the fuck they called
Oh
it.
no, I spread very, very loudly. You know, they're always talking about these simple games, right? Yesterday, yeah, it was yesterday. I played Darkwing Duck on the Disney Afternoon Collection. And I beat it in 90 minutes, Evil.
Oh fuck you! You beat the game.
Yeah, in under 90 minutes.
You use save states.
No save states. I usually continue. I continued once.
I have to watch the bot. I have to watch that video. I'll watch it today. Oh my god! I can't. Fuck you.
Did that go on your list?
I did the first stage in I think like 5 minutes, maybe less.
The bosses are like shit. They are hard. Some bosses are really like tricky until you get the pattern. But yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, it was like an hour and a half.
Fuck off.
Beat the game, hour and a half. The last boss was easy as fuck. The last boss was the easiest.
Yeah, the last boss is easier than the other ones. Yeah.
But I was
Joker,
like,
the Joker guy was a little tricky at first.
No, he's easy as fuck too.
Did you use the tool ray or the regular gun?
I used the heavy gas.
Oh, heavy gas. Okay, cool. I'm gonna watch that later. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what the fuck you did with them.
But I was like, if I paid $40, $50, $60 for that game, I would have felt ripped off because, like I said, it was literally an hour and a half of content. That was my second time playing. I played it once as a kid, and then I played it yesterday, and I beat it.
Yes, a kid, I beat it too. I was more skillful as a kid, and I had a CRT. So it was original.
Was this like?
I used to rent games and beat them every weekend. That was like a hobby. Like you had 3 days to beat that fucking game. Yeah. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday is back to school, right?
Evil's a Darkwing cuck.
Oh no!
I cook for your mom.
Evil wasn't drunk as a kid. That's the difference.
I had on my brain cells, and I had a CRT and original hardware, idiot. You're goddamn right.
What were you gonna say, 1-inch?
Oh, you talking about like the Darkwing Duck that was on was that on the Nintendo or was that on? Okay.
There's a TurboGrafx 16 horrible version that I have a friend who beat it online. Respect, like I saw that last boss. He had to play it like 20 times. That stupid last boss.
I heard like wasn't the controls real bad on it, like real non-responsive and stuff.
Not responding and lagging, laggy as fuck, and the hitbox is terrible. But you can adapt. Well, at least that guy adapted. He's a great guy from New York.
Well, you get used to it. Definitely, like as a kid, I played a lot of games that if I went back and played them, I'd be like, man, this is unresponsive and this is bad. Like it feels so slidey. But like as a kid, you're just used to it, right? Like you're used to. In Castlevania, you knew he wasn't gonna turn when you jumped. Like once you committed a jump, that was it.
Exactly. Because once you committed the jump, you had to adapt to that.
Yeah, but because of the years of playing games where you're allowed to change your direction in midair, like you try to go back, you're like, well, this is dumb. But like you can't adjust to it because it's like so against the grain of what you're used to.
Did you see that? And I have to play it again. The Japanese, contrary to the popular belief, most of the games are easy in Japan, easier, like especially NAS. They have Castlevania 1 has an easy mode where you don't bounce back when you get hit, so you get iframes only. So imagine, so it's basically Castlevania without cheating because that bounce back was.
Oh, that's
We all know that fucking song. So
I think the Famicom disc one, I think it has like an easy mode. I know you can save between.
That's the one, and I played it on stream not so long ago, but I didn't complete it. I'm gonna commit to.
Tommy said I never got used to Qbert. I used to be good at Qbert on the ColecoVision. I tried playing that shit on the PlayStation. I couldn't get past like the second level. I was like,
did somebody get adapt to Qbert on the NAS?
That was Tommy. Tommy says you never.
because Qbert on the NES had like 2 ways to put the controller, like, so you could change it, but it still was messy. You had to put it 45 degrees in kind of feel. It was shitty. The Qbert on NES was very bad. Sadly.
Yeah. All right, we're 5 minutes through. We got 10 more minutes of this, so that means another
Okay, guys.
hour of live stream.
Tony, and 1-inch biceps. I gotta go buy beer, so I'm gonna leave the stream in order in case you destroy it before I come back.
All right.
If you're still here in 10 minutes, I'll be here. Okay. If in case I'm not, out of respect, so I don't. I'll. So thank you guys. Okay.
All right.
Hey, take
in
it
case
easy.
I don't see you, good day, good night, or whatever Truman Show say. You know the whole thing. Bye bye.
Excellent.
What a pleasant guy.
Play board games. Do we care about? There's no graphics in board games, guys. You play with your friends. You have fun. Dungeons and Dragons. Are there graphics in Dungeons and Dragons? No, but it's the fun.
Has he ever played Dungeons and Dragons? Because I feel like he hasn't played Dungeons and Dragons to know that there's miniatures that you spend hours and hours painting and making it pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, I never was a Dungeons and Dragons guy, but my co-host Jack, he was down with it. He was always talking about his bag of holding and all that good stuff. So
sounds like he was a weed guy. My bag of holding.
The bag of holding. I think that was just what you had your dice in or something like that.
Yeah.
I forget how it went.
Can't Intellivision just release the games through Evercade or something? If they can't manufacture the Amico, then they could just release the games somewhere.
Yeah,
maybe. Like again, I haven't seen the contracts that they signed, right? And that could be the issue. The issue could be that they signed for only release on the Amico, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then so they don't have now they have to go back and get a new licensing agreement to put it on the Evercade or to put it on the Switch.
Yeah.
You know, Tommy was so insistent. These are only going to be Amico games, right? They can only work on Amico. So we'll have contracts that are, you know, we don't have to pay extra so we can release them everywhere. We can publish them on all platforms. We'll just sign it for just the Amico. And now fucking bit them on the ass. That's what I think.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, like, I don't see why they don't, like, release them on Steam or something. But like you say, it's probably in the contract where they're only contracted for the Amico release.
D-Back says Wrestling Talk is great.
Oh,
Hell
yeah. Hell yeah.
Yes, the most fun game that you can play with friends. My favorite game, Dungeons and Dragons with friends on the table. Yeah, any day. But there's a new version they release. That's okay. You know, I'm still in the second edition. When I was playing, it was more with the second edition of Dungeons and Dragons. I was still playing second edition, right? So, guys.
How fucking old is this guy? That's like...
I'd say he's probably, just by the looks at him, he's probably 38. You think? 38, that's my guess.
Let's see. When did second edition come out? 1989.
Oh, really?
Was when second edition released. So if he was a kid, usually when you're playing Dungeons & Dragons, you're not like 5, right? You're probably like, I'd say at the very earliest, 13. Because you got to know how to read, and there's a lot of rules and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if he was 13 in 1989, man, that would make him what? What are we, 2023 now? 39. He's like 42, 43, something like that.
He's an old ass little man if he's 42.
Well, that's why he's got this big wrinkle and.
Guys, the hardware of Amico will be good in 5 years.
That was my pat math. I'm sure my math was off, but that was my pat math.
The customers have not heard about it yet. It's a startup. Look, any startups in the world, it takes time. It takes time, and they know that. They are professionals. And the people who invest are also professional. Of course, now we talk about video games. It's a different niche. And we know that people usually play video games, the console games. They're not a lot they're not on the work. A lot, I'm saying a lot. The consoles today are not necessarily aimed to people on the workplace or non-gamers. You know, you go talk about Mario Bros during your coffee break. They will say like, "Grow up," you know, grow up.
I don't. What does this guy work? That his on his coffee break, people are like, "Don't talk about Mario's. Grow up, sir. sir, you need to grow." Like, video games are fucking mainstream. This is not like 1990 anymore, right? It's like 2023. Everybody plays video games, whether it's fucking on their phone or on a console. You'd be like, "Hey, you played a new Mario?" I'd be like, no, I haven't played it. You know, I'm still playing this, whatever. I'm still on Breath of the Wild. I think if you work with old people, like if you work with someone who's like 60, 55, 60, they'll be like, grow up. But nah, most people are gamers in some form or fashion.
I'm just waiting for the people who are running this office building to run him off. They're like, are you out here talking about the Amico again? Just like, get out of here.
JM says Francois could be Alex Wright on WCW. He can team up with Disco Inferno.
Das Wunderkind. Alex Wright. Well, he's a former guest of InYourHeadOnline.com.
He is. I watched that interview. It's a good interview.
Oh, yeah. It's good stuff.
You guys got to do more of those. Those were always good.
Well, the thing is, now that every wrestler has a freaking podcast, it's like nobody wants to do like ours. So
he's got his own. He don't want to come to yours.
Yeah, basically. So
what an asshole.
Bad times. Bad times.
You got to get those guys when they're just got released from the company, so they're willing to just bury everybody and talk all kind of shit.
I think we're trying to get Charlie Haas to do that when he got released from WWE, but it really didn't go like that. It was a pretty somber interview. Kind of made you feel bad for the guy, but oh well.
Tommy says Mario is the most popular movie in the world. It's okay to talk about him at work. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was a good movie. Did you see it, Tony?
I haven't seen it yet. Everyone's been talking about it. My kid snuck off and went with his girlfriend to go see the movie.
So you don't feel right going by yourself to see it?
Yeah, I don't feel right. 42-year-old man, like, let me get a ticket to Mario.
You won't be the only one, probably. Probably.
Like, who's that weird old dude sitting in the back row? Don't pay attention to him. He's a pervert.
Yeah. It's like I want to go to Chuck E. Cheese, but I can't. If I ain't got no kids. That looks too creepy.
Yeah. Mario is the best movie. I'll see it eventually. It'll come to home media. I'll see it.
If I talk about Mario Bros to my colleagues, to people, imagine you're in the workplace and you start talking about Zelda, you'll say, grow up, Zelda. If I talk about Link on the Nintendo, that's manly. That's more a thing. That's more a challenge. If I talk about a chess game, that looks good on the workplace. A chess game. You see what I mean?
I know you talk about a chess game. Hey, have you seen chess? You play chess? Have you seen this?
You seen Magnus versus who's that other guy? Magnus and
Deep Blue. Have you seen Deep Blue?
Oh
chess?
yeah.
It's fucking fantastic.
Nobody's talking about that. When I go to work and I start talking like video game stuff, everybody's like, "Hell yeah, let's talk about it." Nobody stops me. Maybe if I worked like an actual job with like people who are accomplished, maybe that would be the case. But
yeah,
where does Francois work? I don't know.
Who knows? He must work somewhere really important.
Maybe, yeah.
Because, like I said, most normal people, they like video games. They like Mario. They like that shit.
Yeah, like if you're like our age, we grew up with this stuff, and that's probably why the movie's doing so well, because all the old ass people like us are taking their kids to it. Yeah.
Well, it's because Mario's multi-generational. We were talking about this the other day. It's like you got people from our generation who grew up with the NES Mario. Then you got people who grew up with the SNES Mario. People who grew up with the N64 Mario. Right.
Yeah.
Mario's been on every Nintendo console, so it's like every generation has their Mario that they grew up playing, so they all want to see the movie, right?
That is true.
Did you see Tommy pwn those haters at E3? Yeah. Like, grow up, Tommy, grow up.
The E3 that didn't happen, or
right? The customers, the audience, the current console, they aim more. You know, that's what I see. They aim more at teenagers, kids, or adults who still play video games on the console. But that's a very small part of population, guys.
Again, he doesn't actually look at any statistics, right? He's just saying shit. It's not more teenagers that are playing the consoles. If you actually look, I mean, because teenagers is literally just what, 13 to 19, right? The 13 to 19 demographic is smaller than everybody who is from the 35 to fucking dead, right?
Yeah.
Because people from 35 all the way up to like 60, 70 play video games.
Yeah, there was like nobody like that's young who was really looking forward to the Amico. I mean, there's nobody. I mean, the only people who were interested were like people who wanted like, you know, like a Night Stalker and stuff like that. I mean, old ass people. So,
Tony, can't you take your 19-year-old girlfriend to see the movie? She doesn't like Mario. Girls don't like Mario. Didn't you hear Canadian Gamer? He said you don't tell your girlfriend about video games. Not until you hit it.
You'd probably get the same response whenever you said you're starting a wrestling podcast. Just ooh.
I'm actually speaking of Canadian Gamer. Friday, we're gonna talk about Canadian Gamers dating tips. We're gonna go over them. We're gonna find out if they're actually they're good or not.
That guy's still around. I haven't seen his videos or anything recently.
Yeah, he's still making hate videos.
You guys still going at it? Like,
I'm not. Apparently, he is because he's been feuding with his friend Master System Marcel. They broke up.
Oh, what happened there? Whoa. Shit got real.
So apparently, another guy, PK in the Universe.
Okay, I know the name. Yeah,
he's trying to make a game with RPG Maker, right? So he made a video talking about you should respect indie devs, blah 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 blah, and then Marceau made either a comment or something talking about, well, there's a difference between indie devs and homebrew, and then they had a whole argument about what constitutes homebrew, or homebrew is not really indie, and
oh shit,
and apparently CG took up for PK,
serious.
And then like there's a whole like falling out. They all got mad, and eventually Canadian Gamer soft doxed Marceau.
What?
Yeah, because Marceau has a personal Twitter account that has his name, like his full legal name on it.
Yeah.
So Canadian Gamer thought it was a good idea to put it on his community tab, be like, look, he has a second Twitter account.
Jeez.
I'm like, oh my god.
Come on, guys. People got real problems, you know? I mean, they're fighting over this. I mean,
yeah.
Good God.
It got nasty. Then Alpha Nerd got involved, and
oh man, you don't want to piss off Alpha Nerd. Alpha Nerd. I don't even know Alpha Nerd.
Yeah. He's a interesting character. He's really good at games, but
oh, okay.
Apparently, he like at one point he made a video like punching a wall and like.
Like Jeffrey Dahmer was out and doing a live, and making videos on YouTube, he'd probably be punching a wall too. So you know what? That's not a good look.
It's not, and that's what I'm saying. Like these people make videos, and I like Alpha Nerd. He's not bad. But it's like people make these videos, right? They think like, oh, look how badass I am. I'm fucking doing this thing, and you're like, that's probably not a good idea. Like you look dumb doing that.
Yeah. I've done several dumb things like on the show and everything, but I don't think I punched a wall. I don't think.
Yeah, but there's a difference. I've said and done dumb things on this show too, right? But it's like in context, it's like just me doing dumb things versus like if I were like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking beat you up, and like, oh, here's me like punching a garbage can and like fucking body slamming fucking trash, and you'd be like, dude, what are you insane? Are you okay? Like,
I do have those moments where I do stuff like I like 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 I'll be gathering up the trash and like the box doesn't go in the bag right, and I'm just like, "Fuck you, box," and I punch it. And it's like, so I do have those bad moments, but I'm just glad that nobody's standing there with a video camera to post it on YouTube.
No, they're gonna record it and they're gonna be like, "This is for you, Francois. Fuck you, box."
Look at this psycho.
Yeah, so that's evil falls in the garbage cans, probably. Why hasn't security got to Francois yet? He can't just go to random buildings and spend hours filming.
no loitering. Get out of here. Yeah,
they're nice.
They don't know. They don't know what to do about that.
Like, sir, he's back again. Yeah, the crazy French Canadian guy just out here filming. He's harmless. Leave him alone.
What's this all about?
See that? Think about that. Hey, PC games on the other end, they're more aimed to people of all ages. I still play PC games. I love it.
The amount of stupidity in that sentence is baffling. He said that PC games are aimed at all ages, but console games aren't.
Yeah. Consoles basically are PCs anymore.
I mean, the Switch is all ages. I would think that what you really call console or PC gaming is not really aimed at kids, right? Yeah, there's kids games on PCs, but there's kids games on everything. But that's not really, some like 3-year-olds not like, "Mommy, buy me a PC so I can play SpongeBob." They're like, "No, shut the fuck up, little Billy." Little Jimmy, go play your Switch and shut the fuck up.
PC games, because there are more different niches. There are more games, like different kinds of games. You can still play StarCraft, you can still play Hearthstone, a card game. And you play online with other people. You can play blackjack, things like that. I don't play this. The only card game I play is Hearthstone, but just to give an example.
You play blackjack. You can't play blackjack on console. Checkmate.
If you want to play blackjack, go to a casino and actually play it. I mean, like, play it for real money, not like pretend money. I mean, that's like.
Wisp says they have the heat turned up so fucking high. That sucks, Wisp.
No.
But it was cold here. It was cold in the Windy City today.
The weather's got to be crazy up there. I just got back from Cleveland, so it's kind of wonky up there too. Like, it was like cold at the beginning of the week, and then at the end of the week it was like summertime. So
yeah,
that was weird.
It's been wonky. It's been up and down. It was like seven. Like I said the other day, it was like 70, 80 degrees, and now it's like 40 in the morning. I'm like, fuck. Literally, I left my house this morning because I leave at like 5 in the morning. There was like frost all over the grass in the neighborhood. I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's fucking almost May. There's like fucking frost.
Yeah, I almost think like winter has like moved like to different like months, but that's my own opinion. It just seems like it comes later every year now.
It's all that global warming.
Yeah. There might be something to it. I don't know.
5 years ago, Greta Thunberg made a tweet saying that in 5 years, she talked to top scientists, and they said that if we didn't do anything, that in 5 years, the Earth would be destroyed. 5 years went by, and the Earth is still here, and she deleted her tweet. So,
yeah, and we still don't have our Amico.
Yeah. What will happen first? Total global crisis due to the weather, or Amico launch?
I'll probably go with the first option. Sorry to say, but yeah, I don't think the Amico's coming out. I'll buy it still. I mean, I still got the pre-order. If it actually does get released, I don't care. I'll drop $250 on it, or $300, or whatever they're asking nowadays. But I'm not saving my money for it though, because it doesn't seem like it's happening.
Is Francois the French Canadian version of Retro Advisory Board, or Comité Consultatif Retro in French? No, I think he's not as intelligent as Rab. I think Rab hasn't beaten that department.
Example.
You ever see the movie Fanboys?
Fanboys? No, I haven't seen that. Who's in
Yeah,
that?
the movie Fanboys is about a group of teenagers. It takes place before Star Wars Episode 1 releases.
Uh-huh.
And it's about a group of kids. They want to go on an adventure. They're like 19-year-olds, and they're like, we're gonna go to Skywalker Ranch and steal a copy of Episode 1 and watch it before everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And then through the trip, they find out that one of the friends, the reason he's so adamant to go do this, is because he's dying of cancer. Right?
Oh.
And so by the end of the movie, George Lucas lets the cancer kid watch Episode 1 before he dies. Is that how the Amico is gonna go? Like we're gonna have to go travel out and be like, hey, 1-inch biceps is dying of pancreatic cancer. You gotta let him play the Amico one time. Just gotta let him play it, Tommy.
I want to go to Tommy though. I'd probably go to DJC. I think he would let me in. He'd be like, "Come on in, come on, buddy."
Oh, he'd invite you in. He'd give you a tab. Like, you want a tab? Okay.
That would probably accelerate the cancer, and I'd just die quickly. Be like the fucking scene from Indiana Jones, the third one, Craters. What is that? Raiders? No, shit.
No, the third one is Last Crusade.
Last Crusade, yeah, where he drinks the wrong drink and he just shrivels up and dies.
You chose poorly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You'll go over to DJC's and you'll just hear like some moaning coming from the basement. Like, what's that, DJC? Don't worry about it. Just drink your tab and enjoy. Like, what the fuck? I thought I saw a Ferrari parked around the corner.
He's hiding.
You've had enough. It's time to go, 1-inch.
Oh, but I didn't get to play the Amico.
You go to DJC's, eat monkey brains. Good old DJC.
You're going to hug it out with him one of these days.
Dude,
one of these
I
days.
literally have no problem with anybody. They all just have a problem with me. That's the thing. They got to hug it out with me. I'm not.
I want to see a video of both of you embracing, and I'm like, I've never seen Tony before, so I'm not sure if that's him or not. But
it's a CGI.
Yeah, yeah. You could do like a Avatar kind of thing, like from that Player One movie or whatever, like where you hug in like virtual reality.
I saw that episode of Black Mirror. We're not going that way.
Oh, okay.
Do you think any of the Amico games are actually complete? If so, what games?
Oh,
Space Strikers. What the hell is it? What was it called on Amico? Was it Space Strikers?
No, I think Astro Smash may have been completed because he said there was a final stage, and he didn't want to show the final stage when they're playing in Boston.
But here's the problem, right? Like, let's take Moon Patrol for example. It looked complete, right? It was playable, but then when you actually watch the video, like text missing here, text missing there.
That's true.
It had a splash screen from fucking Star Fox. So.
Why did they do that? Like, why did they?
Who knows? Why
did they just put a bunch of exclamation points or something and like put text here or something? I don't know.
So, like, Astro Smash could be quote unquote playable, right? But then you can go in and be like, oh, actually, this is missing. The translations for the different languages, or the options menu is missing the gears, the icons or something, like something that doesn't affect gameplay or doesn't affect the ability to finish the game, right? But it's still not there. So it's like, like I was watching the Finnegan Fox, right? Finnegan Fox should be complete because Fox and Forest is complete, right? So Finnegan Fox is just a reskin, right?
Yeah.
So there really is not as much work, at least theoretically, as the other games, right? And so it was like, I think it was a Big Chaco from the Level 857 podcast. He was playing Finnegan Fox, and he deleted the video, or he privated it, or he got rid of it somehow. But he was like at Intellivision playing it. He's standing up playing it, and in the video you could see the save files, right? And in the original Fox and Forest, the name of the fox is Rick, and you could see in the save files it still had the Rick name on the save files.
Yeah.
Instead of Finnegan, because obviously now it's Finnegan Fox, right? So like little things like that, like that doesn't actually affect gameplay, but that's not a complete game, right?
Yeah, so you're saying everything, all the polish and everything, the game is done it's ready to go.
Yeah. So I don't think any game is 100% ready to go.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still doing bug testing, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
Tommy says Gay Chicken is complete and Colonel Mustard's Revenge.
That's my jam. Oh man, Gay Chicken, Colonel Mustard's Revenge. What would Colonel Mustard be getting revenge for? Like,
oh, you don't know the reference?
I know. Custard's Revenge.
Okay, so Tommy was interviewing a 14-year-old boy, or a 14-year-old boy was. And he goes. Remember that game on Atari? Atari had that game. What was it? Colonel Mustard's Revenge. No, General. And then he's like General Mustard. He's like he couldn't remember General Custard's Revenge.
Yeah. I know that clip now. That and it's like, why the hell is he talking about this with like 14-year-old? I mean, that's like really inappropriate.
I think his brain, like, it was just autopilot, and like this is part of his spiel. And then, like, at some point, he's like, "Wait a minute!
Stop what you're doing, fool! Turn back!"
Lights flashing in his head, like pew pew pew, like, oh shit! That's what happens when you only sleep 4 hours a night.
I guess so, yeah.
Or at least for him. I only sleep 4 hours a night, and I have perfect control over my impulse.
Yeah.
I never do or say anything stupid.
Maybe when you get to Tommy's age, Tony, you might start slipping. Maybe.
So guys, and then you have all these gamers on YouTube and who play console games, and it's ridiculous. Like their videos they make, like there's a documentary like trying to shame Tommy Tallarico. It's just ridiculous. It's like
there's a documentary that's trying to shame Tommy. It's ridiculous. How dare they expose Tommy's lies? Ridiculous.
How can you not like be on like you gotta like know that Tommy's not. I don't know. Oh Jesus Christ.
They think that like it's all fake. Like no, it's easily debunked. Remember what Rap said? I could debunk that. It's easy. I could debunk it. I don't have the journalistic oversight to debunk it, but it's easily debunkable. I could if I wanted to.
Yeah. I don't believe anything that Tommy has set out to do was like legitimate at this point. Like
Tommy apparently. So I don't know how close you've been keeping an eye on things. But apparently, even the Earthworm Jim music, it turns out that it was actually a MIDI file that he took from the internet and just put in the game. Like, because someone found the exact same file that someone else had made this like MIDI Beethoven music. And they're like, it's the exact same file.
Which stage? Like, is it just like
I forget which stage. I think it's maybe the third stage.
Yeah, because I know just the first stage, it's like that one I don't know, that tune that you hear on like everything. It's like menacing music. I forget what it's called. It's in Freddy's Dead. I know that.
So apparently, like I said, he didn't do anything. Like zero.
Jesus.
Like he never composed any music. That he would just hire people. He'd see their music and then he'd just put it in the game. Be like, that's mine.
Mm-hmm.
And people were just like, whatever, because I got paid my $200 to do this thing, and then they just went off and did other shit.
Mm-hmm.
But Tommy was like taking credit for like composing. So
yeah, I know they brought into question whether he's actually playing guitar or not recently. So
he's not. It's pretty much confirmed. Someone there's someone who does guitar and who worked for Video Games Live, who basically put a track listing of all the guitar that he played, and it's all the music that Tommy air guitars for.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, because they're saying like there's no mistakes within like any of the live performances, which suggest it's a track basically, and it sounds exactly the same.
Well, not just that. There's a clip. There's a clip of him hitting the little foot pedal, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the music starts, and then he's frantically trying to hit the foot pedal again.
Oh.
And then eventually the music stops, and then he hits it again, and then it starts back up. Because I guess he hit it too soon before it was the guitar part to come in.
Mm. Yeah, Tommy Amico saying he's not playing guitar, which
Yes. So they said I guess he has like a stopper box or whatever the hell they call those things. That basically he just hits a pedal and it starts up a track through the
yeah.
audio.
They normally use like for distortion and stuff, or to add that. But I guess they have also pedals for like tracks and whatnot.
And I guess they even said like, because these people go deep. Like they're like, there's one video of him like his hand is in a certain position, playing one part of the song, and they're like, here's another part of another performance where it's the same song, but now his hands are completely different. They're like, how does Tommy play the exact same music holding the guitar in two different?
Yeah, it's very suspect. I don't think he's playing either.
Yeah, he's the modern day Milli Vanilli.
It's just like, what goes into somebody's brain just to like steal things like that and not give anybody credit and just God,
it's pathological. It's,
yeah, it's like a psychopath or something. Like, God, I just can't understand how somebody could do that and like sleep at night. I mean,
well, he doesn't. That's why he only sleeps for.
Yeah, I mean, it's like all this stuff is just adding up, and it's just like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be surprised that this guy was like making all these outlandish claims, saying that this console's coming out and they're getting Contra. He's talking to the Konami people and all this stuff, and yeah, he's just full of it. He doesn't care. He's just a con man.
Well, I mean, it goes so far back that someone actually got old interviews of different people. It's like some magazine that interviewed a bunch of people, and they were telling their stories of how they broke into the business. And basically, somebody has a story that's almost identical to Tommy's, T-shirt guy walks in and just hires me.
Oh my God!
And they're like, what's more believable than just some music executives, just some video game executives walking around different stores just hiring people. Oh, you got a video game shirt. You got a video. Let's hire everybody, right? Or that Tommy heard this guy's story and basically stole it.
Yeah. That's horrible.
Yeah. So.
Evil said he could come back in 10 minutes. He just had to go get beer. So I'm gonna just let you know there, York, or Yoke, or whatever your name is.
Yoke Ono.
Oh no.
It's Yoke Ono.
Yoke. So. I've heard that somewhere before.
Yoko Ono, that's the one that broke up the Beatles.
Yeah.
Tommy never fails. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Tommy tells the story. Speaking of Guitar Hero, Tommy tells the story that why do you think there was no Aerosmith songs on Guitar Hero, but then on Guitar Hero 2 there was. Who do you think is responsible for that, huh? And also, is it any surprise that now Aerosmith had their own Guitar Hero, dedicated game? And Tommy's basically says that he played Guitar Hero for the guys at Aerosmith, and then the one dude picked up the phone. And he was called his agent. He's like, "Hey, how come we're not in this game?" And he's like, "I don't know." He's like, "Well, Tommy's here, make it happen." And then Tommy and the agent worked out a deal right then and there to get Aerosmith in the next Guitar Hero game. But then the actual band member that Tommy's referencing, when he tells the story, Tommy's not included in the story at all. And it's him walking in on his kid playing the game going, "Hey, they got any Aerosmith songs in that game?" And the kid's like, "No." He's like, maybe they should. And let me still talk to my manager. So it seems like Tommy took this guy's story and like somehow put himself into the story.
Mm-hmm. Jeez. Just stealing bits of other people's stories, and he's making it his own life. That's really sad, really. I always think of Tommy as like he's kind of like the black sheep of the family. So like if he's ever around Steven's just like, let me get away from this guy. He's like,
well, there's no proof that they're actually related.
Really?
Yes.
I thought his like real name is like Tallarico, like Steven.
Yeah, Steven Tyler's real name is Tallarico, but it doesn't. I mean, are they related? Yes. Tommy is closer related to Steven Tyler than I am, right?
Yeah.
But if you go further enough down the line, right? Eventually, we're all related at some point, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So is Tommy related to Steven Tyler? Yeah, at some point. Is it a close relation? No. It's not a second cousin. It's not a third cousin. It's not a fourth cousin. It's probably like fifth, sixth, seventh. Because the way Tommy tells it, and the way they said that supposedly it's like they share a grandfather, but then when you look up these people, because people have gone and fucking dug up ancestries and fucking family trees, and they're like, Tommy and Steven are not on the same tree. And I know Steven's son looks exactly like Tommy. That's why I think my theory is that Tommy Tallarico is Steven Tyler's love child. In his book, Steven Tyler says he paid for his 17-year-old girlfriend to get an abortion.
Yeah, yeah.
What if it was a botched abortion and Tommy was born and she just like, I don't want it, and the doctors gave it to some family?
Mm-hmm. And that's how Tommy ended up underneath the pier, and then he would.
No, I mean he just grew up with a family, and then they knew that he was related to Steven Tyler, so they just kind of like, oh yeah, he's your cousin, right? Because they didn't want to be like, well, then your dad didn't want you, just fucking try to have your mom have an abortion, right? That's my conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm. It's a good one.
Tommy's like Hulk Hogan. He makes up stories about everything. Hulk claimed that he was supposed to be Metallica, and that George Foreman grill was supposed to be his.
You know, though, Hulk Hogan never like steals money from people though with his false stories. So.
Oh, there's Amico talk now, or you're still talking wrestling?
we went back to wrestling. It's all cyclical.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm joking. I just came back from beer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We were wondering about you.
Yeah.
It's great. So, now you're deep into the Francois. So, what is he talking about? Can you give me a little rundown of what I missed?
The Miko is underpowered, but that's okay. Console gaming is for young people, not old people. PC gaming is for everyone. That's it. He repeats himself a lot.
Yeah.
Let's get back into it.
Just ridiculous. Like, it just shows how Amico will be superior. No, I'm just saying all this with honesty. It just shows how Amico will be superior to these consoles. No, just with the mindset, just how the mentality and the console, the big three, they're targeting the current gamers. And Tommy Tallarico said it many times. And those who can see. Those who can't.
So the current consoles are targeting people who want to play video games, but not Tommy. Tommy's smart. It's like advertising cigarettes to people who don't smoke or beer to people who don't drink. I wonder how that works out.
They target the same people, more or less. There's Amico. It's a whole different people they target, and it's for a good cause, to bring people together more and back together like it used to. I don't want to sell a dream. I don't want to sell a certain thing of the past. But yes, I mean it will come back. Because we're made for that. We're made to be more together. We're made to be friendly, to have good relationships with one another.
We're made to be friendly. Meanwhile, earlier in the video, Francois was like, who the fuck's this? Why is this guy near me?
It has brought us together. We have to give them that. Amico has to really create some community.
Hey, Jesse says, who plays this guy in the Hollywood documentary? Dennis from Always Sunny would be my vote.
I thought, like, when you say Dennis, I thought Dennis Leary also would be a good one, but he's too old. He could be a good, because Dennis Leary can talk like really shit, so kind of like Francois.
We don't make the documentary, sadly.
Playing games. But because of the difficulty in relationships nowadays, people just stay alone, and then the games adapt to that problem. They make games for people alone. They don't want to change they don't want to make things better. It's not in their mandate. They just want to. The current market is this. Okay, let's sell this. But Amico is visionary. They have vision. They see the needs.
The current market is just let's sell this game. But Amico's visionary because they don't want to sell their games.
The alone games, yeah, like 6 Mega Mans for the Nintendo, like they were multiplayer, idiot, right? What are you talking about? A few games are co-op. When I start collecting again for the NES, There's a handful of really 2D co-op like Contra style games. There are not that many, at least not good ones.
Tommy Amico says it's worse than that. It's like selling cigarettes to people who don't smoke, but whose phones produce free cigarettes. Yeah.
What? You fucking stoner.
Okay, there's an issue there. People have these relationship issues. People frequent less church. I mean, that's just an example I give. People pray less. People take care less of their spiritual life. And then people are less together. Families go less to church together. It's just an example. You don't have to be a Christian or a Catholic. It's an example I give. I'm talking about the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, 60s. Okay, we're talking about history. I give an example from that. If you're offended, I don't care. See the facts. See the facts.
If you're offended, he don't care.
Man,
Jesse, it's the Dennis method, right? It's like he really is. He's Dennis. I love it. Yeah, we're gonna do that movie. I can do it. I'm gonna do a mashup with actors and these people talking. Not a bad idea to do.
It's not a bad idea, but so does he think that like the Amico is gonna make people go to church all of a sudden?
We should ask Carl for that.
Is the Amico like handed down by God, and then the clouds opened up the heavens? And, Amico.
I don't think so because Farkle is a form of gambling, so I don't think God approves that.
It's like I think people will just skip church just because they want to play the Amico.
Tremblay 316 says, "I just whooped your ass."
316.
You're gonna skip church to play Amico.
Exactly.
That's what John Rick said. You're gonna miss your family. You're never gonna see your family again because you're gonna be too busy playing the Amico.
There's a game called Sunday Funday. I think it will be a really good port for the Amico. The guy with the skateboard, you know it, Tony. You know what I mean.
Yeah, you know what would be a really good game for the Amico to bring people together? Genital jousting.
Oh my. Like docking? Is that what you're talking about?
You never seen the game Genital Jousting?
No, never.
So.
It's a bunch of dicks that you have to try to get into the behind the ball bag of the other one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a port of joust? Or?
No, it's its own thing. It's like a bunch of floppy dongs trying to fuck each other.
I haven't played that on the stream.
It's on Steam.
Oh, it's on Steam. I had to get back my Steam account. Damn it. I forgot the password.
In the 80s, 70s, it was common to go to church together, with family. It's just an example. You don't have to go to church. That's not what I'm saying. It's just an observation. Okay? Stay scientific. Stay scientific. And then you have these people crying on YouTube, making like a documentary to shape something salary. I mean, just picture the current generation. Cry with relationships issue. I'm not saying that people, yeah, but people have a lot of relationship issues nowadays, more than ever. I mean, a lot. And we need to promote being together, good relationships, and games are perfect for that. It's easy to create bonds with each other with games, the same as baseball can create amazing, good relationships between one another. Hockey, football, it's a family thing, but why not video games? Why not getting together and play?
All right, we gotta pause this real quick because I gotta show you this.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully we don't. YouTube, don't. This is on YouTube, so I don't think YouTube should.
Holy Jesus! Oh my Lord! Oh shoot!
I'm ready to see this battle.
Let's get to the fight part.
Searching for a match. Maria has a big cock. Penetration. Well, I like Maria and Pamela. Penetration.
Alright, that's enough of genital jousting.
My jaw just hit the ground.
I'm scarred now.
Yeah, I think my jaw literally hit the ground now. What 8-bit early game is this? Is just abuse.
I don't know if you want to be opening that wide whenever you just watch that game.
Gross, Becky. Oh my God, Becky. Oh God.
Just no.
Starve.
It's going to Amico. Don't worry.
Whatever that game costs is too much. You know.
What would the Amico version be of that?
Lollipop.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Play video games that everybody can play, everybody can enjoy and learn fast. You know, and it's not even about learning. You just take the controller and you start playing and having fun right away. We just do need this, okay? Just need that. So don't be afraid that Amico takes 2 more years or maybe more. The console is there, guys. Hey, it's a startup. Look at any startups. They take time to launch. They take time to gain a profit. Of course, it depends of each company, but normally it takes time.
17 million
all
idiots!
these gamers who are not used to, you know, this market, this whole market, and then they start crying, start yelling, they start like shaming people. Shaming. I don't even know why I say that. I guess it's something common. People, you shame me, I shame. This is ridiculous.
Is this a current video?
Good relationships nowadays. That's what it is.
Yeah, it released today.
He just released
7 hours ago.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It sounds like a thing from a year, 2 years ago, but no, it's fucking from yesterday, guys.
That's bad. Yeah. Sorry, it's not coming out.
It's bad look.
Yeah.
Relationships with one another. They need to learn to forgive one another. They need to care about others, to care about one another. Now it's more individualistic than before, than ever, in some way. There's a lot of good, but there's bad too. We have to say it, okay? So that's all I wanted to talk about. So I'm happy to make another video. I made one yesterday. You know, when you feel like it, you make videos. When it's a passion for you, when something is your passion, you do it. And you love it. You love what you do. And this subject is a passion for me because I see how important it is. I'm a big fan of video games. Not all video games, but...
Do you think he invested? Because there's no way that I would make these kind of videos still today.
Like, yeah, like you gotta have some stake in the game to be like
you wanna
taking up for him at this point.
My take, Niles, as a psychologist.
Yeah,
he is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Like, it's like he might be doing this. There's a possibility that this guy is doing this legit as a shield with no invest in the thing. Nothing get paid. I know we've been speculating for what, 3-4 years now about Francois. This is brutal. We're getting old doing this. But there's a slight possibility. So you're telling me there's a chance that this guy is literally shilling just for the love of Talarico or still going. But it's improbable. I know but it could be, you know. That makes me crazy. That makes me. I can't sleep at night thinking of that.
Beefy says, I think he invested. He has a history of MLMs. He got suckered. That's what I think too. I think he invested. Says him and Puzzler, laughing my ass off. Tommy O. But I think Puzzler, in my opinion, Puzzler is a Tommy Tallarico alt. He has all the characteristics of Tommy Tallarico. And he disappeared for a while Tommy had disappeared playing backgammon. But then he came back. Now that Tommy's over there doing VGL.
Because I like my ass off, he's stupid. So yeah, he agrees with me. But yeah, he could be an investor.
More retro games, normally the new games, it depends on the games for the new one. It really has to be great, you know. I have to think of a great new video game. I would say the new Diablo 2 remake. That's a good game, but that's a remake. Am I excited about new games nowadays that will release? Not really. Amico, yes. I was excited about Oblivion. Skyrim was great. I love Skyrim, but Skyrim, it's been, what, more than 10 years it released? 10 years. About 10 years. It's not retro yet. Skyrim is not retro yet, but anyway, they are. StarCraft 2 was great. Still, it's more than... It's 13 years now, I think, StarCraft 2.
No, it's not.
I know there are many games releasing, but I can't think now. I mean, I look sometimes on Steam, and I look at some of the console games. You know, when there's a game releasing that maybe makes me willing to play, I'll let you know. For now, it's about Amico.
He likes games, but he doesn't play games because there's nothing worth playing. just no games, no modern games.
Yeah.
This is the problem I have. And this is a problem that retro gamers, when they talk about the problems of retro gaming, the problem with retro gamers is I see a lot of these people having attachment to names, right? Mm-hmm. Like they want the next Contra game. There's like 100 fucking clones of Contra, right? That are literally like identical to fucking Contra, the original Contra. They're like, I don't want to play that. It doesn't say it's not Contra 3, right? I want Contra 3. Like, fucker, you're not getting a Contra 3. Konami is not making a. This game is equivalent. Just be happy that someone went out and got all the fucking assets from Contra and made you his own version of Contra, right? Mm-hmm. And we've seen that with like Intellivision. Like they don't want an Astro Smash clone or a different version of Shark. They want Intellivision Shark. They want Intellivision's Astro Smash. It's like, dude, just fucking. It's just a name. It doesn't matter if it's Intellivision, Nintendo, Sega, fucking PlayStation, whatever. Some third party Bill's fucking Astro Smash. It's the same fucking shit. Yeah, Super Cyborg is what I was thinking of, Tommy.
Yeah, Super Cyborg is good. I mean, but it is missing like the Contra music. So I mean, I'm kind of disagreeing with you a little bit here, Tony, because
play Super Cyborg and then on YouTube, go to YouTube and put Contra music and listen to the Contra music while you play Super Cyborg.
Play it while it's. I mean, Super Cyborg is basically Contra. I mean, but there are certain things that are missing. But
Eating Pace says, I love all the Contra clones. Tony, you mean shelf collectors? Yeah.
Okay, I gotta before I forget, I gotta chime in the Francois thing. So, because you mentioned that there's a big chance he's an investor. What I want to do is to check the timelines when he started. Like, where was there already like a investment, option when he started shilling, or he did it before? Because remember at the beginning, the Amico was not gonna get any funding from anything. They got the money before the Neil Patel bullshit,
yeah. So
I want to check, and thank God, Francois. I think he still has all his videos there, so I can check the timelines and try to match them up. I'm gonna do that in the next couple of days because I have fucking nothing to do.
Who the hell is Silent Throb? He keeps talking about someone named Silent Throb.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Everybody on this panel.
It's Doshin. He's.
Oh, you know what? I think 1-inch biceps, because you have no avatar.
Yeah, I tried to add an avatar, but it didn't work. Do you have to leave and come back?
No.
It's a cool avatar.
You have to turn your camera off.
Oh, the camera. Wait up.
That's OBS or.
Yeah, there you
go.
Oh,
there we go.
Hey,
there we
Ralph.
go. Sorry, I just didn't know how. Yeah, I want it to be Ralph. Since
yeah, because your camera was on, but there's no camera. It just has that generic no camera.
I see. Well, I apologize there, Yoko Ono.
So we have 2 of 3 are the Simpsons and the ones at King Frog. Yeah, not bad. Not too shabby, Trebek.
Not too shabby. Yeah. Look at this. He looks like he's got double chin from one view and no chin from another.
Oh, we're gonna play that.
Is that a Canadian thing?
Chinless from one side, double chin from the other side. What a great song!
All about Amicos, and I'll make a rap video soon too. I mean,
he's gonna make another rap video.
Some music I just did for fun. Okay, take care. Have fun. Take care. See you in the next video. Subscribe if you want. Like the video. I mean, usually I never say that. It's not something I like to say, but just feel free. Okay, take care. Bye.
You need to debate him, Tony. You need to just like bring him on and have a nice old school debate.
Somebody was asking earlier, like that's very important. Like, it was on Tommy Amico's stream earlier. Somebody in the chat say, like, do you think Francois is aware of this community? That we watch him? Do you guys think he's aware of us?
Yeah,
I would say, yeah. I would say people make him aware
of it. Finbar did reach out to him and ask him if he wanted to. Fuck, he put up a lot of videos since the pool video. He put up a Hotel Amico 2 different Hotel Amicos, and another See the Intellivision Amico coming soon to you. Give it 2 years or less.
Jesus Christ.
It's like been 4 videos.
This is Hotel Amico. We're never getting out of here. Thank God I bought a shit ton of beer.
Yeah, we're never gonna leave. You can ask for your refund at any time, but you'll never receive.
Everyone watches it. You can get your refund. We had a Hotel Amico song parody before, Francois. It's one of my streams, and I did it with on the Smash AT voice, like California. It was good. It was Carla helped me write it. CPE, whatever, man. Beat 'em ups was there. PO Box.
I don't know. You can't be Herbie Derbying it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was one thing that was like the freaking pre-orders, all of those pre-orders out, and just like all these people are getting ripped off from that, and I just cannot understand how Tommy could sleep at night knowing that that's what's going on. Still be like going out playing his little what was that backgammon at like tournaments and stuff. It was just like if I made all the claims that he made, I would have to be like in the homeless shelter or something like before I would stop. You know, it's like I would make sure that the damn console would have came out. But Jesus. He just made some really crazy claims. But he's probably been doing that his entire life. Like, just outlandish claim after outlandish claim and stealing people's work. And
I mean, Tommy has benefited from the lack of internet for many, many years. I mean, how else could he go to conventions and be like, I was the first American to do a Sonic game? Right?
Yeah, that's pretty easily debunked.
There's a lot of things. Like, even his, the funniest thing, he was always like, I'm the first person to have a real guitar in a video game, right?
Oh, yeah.
And that's been debunked over and over again. Time and time again. And he brought it... What's that?
How about the whole dog thing where he used to be down? Do you think that was an overkill from Goose or whatever, that he found that that dog which has been where he used to under the bridge downtown?
It was destroyed. There was no dog.
I drew some blood, you know. So he was full of shit even with that story, right?
Yeah, but the Terminator CD, like the first guitar, it's like this is the first ever guitar, and like Tommy, the TurboGrafx 16, the shirt that you wore, the proud TurboGrafx shirt, Rolling Thunder on the TurboGrafx 16 had real guitar in it.
Or wasn't it Gates of Thunder?
Gates of Thunder,
yeah, Gates of Thunder had real guitar on it.
And it's funny, right? So it's still to this day. Go to Tommy Tallarico's Twitter. I'm telling you to go to Tommy Tallarico's Twitter. There's a pinned tweet from a CBR article talking about Tommy Tallarico, and in the article it says Tommy Tallarico is the first one to use guitar in a video game, right? And it has a link, and if you click the link, it goes to another article, and that article says, well, Tommy Tallarico is one of the first people to have real guitar in a video game, which is slightly different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually closer to the truth. But now that we know that he doesn't actually play guitar, like it's completely wrong. But it's closer to the truth anyway, right? And so I had brought this up to Tommy on Reddit. I said, Tommy, we all know, like it's now common knowledge, that Gates of Thunder had real guitar before Terminator CD, right? I'm like, shouldn't you tell CBR, who wrote the article, hey, that's not true. This is not accurate, right? You know what he told me? Well, it's not my responsibility to tell the writer. So it's an article about you that you're promoting that you know is incorrect, and you don't feel any obligation whatsoever.
He just runs with it
to correct the record. Right now, this guy's bullshitting, but the bullshit benefits me, so I'm gonna go.
Puerto Rico has the biggest cock in the world. I'm not gonna say no to that. If he wants to write that, that's his problem. It's his article. It's art, It's a form of.
But it's like he acknowledged it. He's like, I acknowledge that this is wrong, but I'm not going to do anything to correct any of the misinformation out there because it benefits me.
What a clown.
Maybe and then he even further. He goes, "I never said that." He goes, "I never made that claim." I said, "Tommy, here's a clip of you making that claim." Right? It's like, well, you didn't understand. I didn't know that back then when I made. It's like, Tommy, first you said you didn't make the fucking claim. Now you're like, well, I made the claim, but I didn't know. Like, which is it, right? You can't have it both ways. Like with the Smash Brothers, I never gave Smash a 2.5. Produced a clip. I was trolling you guys for the last 15 years.
He like jumped to the future and he realized that everybody's going to be making fun of him because of the Amico. So he put that out in the past just to troll us.
I inverted your mom's controllers last night, Trebek. Oh, it doesn't make sense. I know.
He just never could own up to anything. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Not a single just be like, I made a mistake. I was wrong. I did give it a shitty score because I didn't like it. Right? Just own up. Be like, I didn't like the game. I gave it a shitty score. So what?
Yeah. It would be nice if he did just own up to everything and just be like, yeah, sorry guys, the Miko's not coming out.
I'm a fraud. Who gives a fuck?
Instead, he just goes off and plays backgammon. He's like, yeah.
And he puts on VGL tours.
We are on this boat, but sadly, I've seen enough Kick Scammer episodes to know that there's not gonna be a response, like official response ever. Well, other than what that John Alvarado thing. How many people are watching, Tony? Because if some people just came in, people just came in, show that Twitter again, man, because it's an important thing. It's basically the Amico news, and I know people can rewatch this, but if they're watching now, I think that's something that we should be celebrate good times. Come on, because it's not silence from the company. He's saying Phil will make an announcement very soon.
Well, that wasn't a Twitter comment. That was a Facebook comment.
Oh, it was Facebook. But I'll Retro Bro shared it on Twitter. Okay, that's...
Yeah, Retro Bro took it from the Amico subreddit and then tried to pass it off as, like, look at what I found, guys. Because,
Also, this is just a bunch of baloney?
No, it's a thing that happened. But I'm saying Retro Bro putting it out there was trying to take credit for other people finding it. But this is it. John Alvarado says, thank you for the kind post, Kevin. Ken
Sarmiento.
Yeah. Regarding some questions posted on this thread, I can at least confirm that I and a small team of engineers worked all last year to produce the pilot units and are continuing to work with internal and external testers to improve the games and the system. I won't say more than that, as it is not my place to make announcements or projections. Phil will be making a public update pretty soon.
Fucking A! Sorry.
I do truly appreciate the support and good wishes from everyone. It means a lot. Thank you.
This is something that we needed. These are news. Official news from Real Alvarado.
Pretty soon. Is that 1 month, 2 months, 3 months?
I claim
year?
A couple months.
We don't know. Are you in the Boston area by any chance, 1-inch biceps?
No, I am not. No, I'm not in Boston.
I was going to send you undercover to the June 3rd Video Games Live.
Oh man, is that the next date?
That's the next
Boston? Date. Jeez,
Boston.
I could try to talk.
Not Austin, Boston.
Yeah. Boston. I think that was.
It's like that road trip movie, like Austin, Massachusetts.
I'm going
that
now.
So fucking good. I love it.
That was like, wait, did you say Boston, Massachusetts?
Oh,
that was great. I saw that movie 100 times. But
there's a limit of 50 tickets per customer.
But it's too far away. It's the same amount as far as going to California to visit Tommy or to go to England. Chile is fucking far from the planet, man. It's the end of the
Come on,
world.
who's willing to go undercover in Boston? It's only $100 plus a $7 fee. I can easily cover that for someone willing to go. You have to be willing to go. Take pictures, take video.
I'll put $50 for just for pizza and stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
for you guys to eat.
Like-
and buy toilet paper. Okay, I put $50 over the $100.07.
What kind of pizza are they gonna get? Are they gonna get what the hell is that pizza?
Well, Boston
Harry's.
pizza.
Harry's, yeah, they're gonna get Harry's pizza.
See, you gotta try to like convert like Saggy Melons and see if she won't do it, because she's in that area.
Yeah, she won't do it.
Yeah, Jackie Jones, I can't like try to talk to him and get him to do it.
I'll
He would
send the
never do
money
it.
on the OnlyFans.
Yeah, Jackie Jones, Jack will go, and then the next thing you know, he'll be on the 1-inch, the In Your Head podcast. Like, guys, have you heard about the Amico? It's fucking fantastic. You gotta invest. Like, Jack, what the hell happened?
I showed him that I had the physical games, and I think I could see the sparks in his eyes, like he wanted to try to troll me about like a console that's not coming out. But I think he quickly just like his mind focused on something else. So, but no, well.
Gonna get a beer. Be right back.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wouldn't go to the video games love thing, but he's in Boston pretty often. That would be pretty awesome if we knew somebody who was in Boston.
I want to get, because supposedly Mike Mullis is going to go, and he's trying to use a backstage pass from like Tommy gave him years ago. I want to see Mullis getting dragged away. Like, I know Tommy, he's my brother. Let me in. Security's just like pulling him away. Sir, you need to get away from here. This is for paying customers only.
Like, do you think there's any like conversation between Mullis and Tommy nowadays, or
no, none.
It's just totally ended?
Yeah, Saggy basically said that Tommy hasn't talked to him. So did Turbo Joe. They all said that Tommy just after his dad passed, he used the dad excuse like, "Oh, my dad passed away. I need some time," and then just never talked to him again.
So while Mullis is being dragged away, does he go, "I love you, Tommy.
I love you, Tommy, brother Tommy." I know that guy. Either that, or they do let him back, which would be even funnier because now you got to see Tommy be awkward, like, "Yeah, hey, Mike." He's like, "Tommy, you don't you know how the testing's going? It's going great, Tommy." Like,
yeah. You know I was ousted from the company, right?
Wrong, Tony. Mullis and Tommy are friends. As Mullis is just hugging him, like, why is this guy hugging you, Tommy? I don't fucking know. He's special. I think we're just gonna leave him.
Security.
You think Mullis knows about the furniture thing? How like that might put them in conflict, that they kind of let it all ride on Tommy instead of paying it out.
No, that's a misunderstanding. You don't understand how these things work.
Oh yeah, it's just normal business.
Just normal business. Businesses, after they use furniture, they no longer need it, so they just let the company take it
I'm
back.
finding fucking suspicious that every time I join or move away, Amico joins or leaves. What the hell, man? Do you have beef with me?
Yeah.
Do you have beef with me?
Let's hug it up. Let's hug it up, bitch.
You've been yucking it up.
All right. I yoked your mom up last night.
You called me a wigger, remember?
Oh shit! I never used that. But I use speak freely because I can.
I think it might have been a fake evil that I modded.
Come on, guys.
We're kidding. We love each other.
Oh my God! This is.
We look like Tassos from The Simpsons, like because we're round, guys. The pugs, like.
You guys are gonna love this. Apparently, this is screen capped from a non-Amico video. But was she ever on MTV Cribs? How proud is her mother? Has she ever worked hand in hand with Shigeru Miyamoto?
We need to get this guy. Bring him into the fold.
Apparently, he's in the fold. He's probably watched videos. He at least watched the H Bomber Guy video, right?
At least, yeah.
Jeez.
This setup looks beautiful with the Simpson thing. You should be proud of us.
Cody, switch yours to Mo.
No, he's.
I don't think I have a Simpsons.
He needs to be the
what?
He's Fat Tony. He's Fat Tony from The Simpsons.
Wasn't there an episode where Mo was turned into a frog?
Fat Tony would be cool.
Oh, there we go.
We have the.
You're all gaming racist.
Oh no.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy. It's crazy.
Play some guitar, Tommy.
Good stream. It's very good stream.
Let them keep it real. Trademark pending. All right, so we can't end the show without getting some wisdom from the Retro Advisory Board. So that's how we're going to end it, with the wisdom of Rab. So here it is. Repost from Facebook. Thoughts? So I have a marketing idea. Call me crazy. Should I do the Rab voice? Let me do the Rab voice. So I have a marketing idea. Call me crazy. At some point this summer, Intellivision will have a reveal of something. No? A trailer with more game details? More gameplay? Some scheduled reveal? It's been a drip release of new content. So assuming that continues for 6 months, assuming we're no longer in self-isolation, what if, from across the globe, some of us who are willing to do so can pull in a group of friends or coordinate with local fellow members here in the group or other groups? We film clips of us together for watch parties for that particular Amico reveal. Then a cell phone on a $15 tripod, let Intellivision do the edits or source it out amongst several of us. Intellivision then has footage of hundreds, thousands of us reacting to the reveal if we want to share that. I guess up to guests, each other if we want to share. Each viewing party can have quick 3 to 4 second quip. Hey, Intellivision, you think Brooklyn's not going to give you some love? Forget about it. Chicago loves Amico. Hey, Amico, Montreal, Brut est un ennemi. Hey, Amico, Los Angeles, check it in. Let's play already. It cost us barely nothing. Shows massive grassroots interest in Intellivision. Probably several of us could meet up for an afternoon, which could be kind of cool. Imagine if we could then show that footage on Ellen or the Today Show. As someone might be inclined to say, wouldn't that be something? Trademark may not be pending.
You
fucking funny.
Tony, you should do more. You should do more voices on famous YouTubers' videos. That was amazing.
On famous YouTuber videos, apparently, according to sources, the YouTubers whose videos I've done voices on are not famous. They're not big YouTubers at all. They're tiny. Nobody's.
Famous relative, right?
Yeah. No, it's actually not a 250-page essay. It's luckily it's a small post.
I think that's a good idea. He was like, let's all be unpaid shills, and we can rope our personal friends into being unpaid shills as well, like an MLM. That'll be great.
The best part is he's like, we're gonna do this grassroots thing, right? But then we're gonna give it all to Intellivision, so they can edit the videos, and then no longer make it grassroots, right? Because now it's the marketing for Intellivision.
You probably saw the almost 1 hour video about Rab shilling for the Amico. One time, because my viewers are masochists, I went to buy beer. It was supposed to be 10 minutes, but I spent 40. And they basically watched the whole rabbing. Jesus Christ. These guys are insane.
Yeah. I think I did a reaction to one of Rab's videos. It was like a 3-hour debacle. They're always 3-hour debacles. We're being here. I thought this was going to be a short show because I was like, the regulars aren't here, and there's not much to talk about. But somehow, the frog just fucking pulls out 3 hours later.
Where's my money, Lebowski? Where's my fucking money, Lebowski?
That rug really did pull the room together.
It was a good show, Tony.
There are rules.
They're all good. Hopefully, we have something to talk about next week.
No, we're always going to have something to talk about because it is Amico. Not now, not today, not tomorrow, but Amico forever.
Yeah, I don't care if you don't invite me again, but thank you for inviting the Amico because that's what he wanted, that fucker. So
I need their subscriptions, so everyone please
subscribe to Tommy Amico, Evil Streams, and of course 1-inch biceps.
Don't subscribe to me, guys. I don't want to reach the 200. It's too much of a responsibility.
We want him to get to 1,000.
1,000 subscribers.
So he could get that beer money.
You had 2,000 people watch that Princess Peach video.
Yeah, I seen that. This fucker. I was like, this guy
That
got
was
2,000
fucked up.
watching
Yeah,
that Princess Peach.
Tony, and we had like 30, 40 current like viewers at that
I
point.
was there. I
What
was
the
there,
fuck
Evil.
was that? Like,
Everyone saw that thumbnail. They're like, oh, what's going on here?
And then it was just crazy drunk guy.
funny enough, like the next day, I got ads by Pacifico Beer, and I was like, "Oh, those fuckers also kind of lose some money there, because not everybody sponsors Pacifico Beer." Like, I'm gonna
Good beer.
that. I'm gonna play the ads. Fuck it.
You
That's
said
the kind of-
Pacifico beer. It's funny because I'm pretty sure one of the shills was drinking Pacifico beer the other day.
That's the kind of beer I like.
Forget who it was. I saw someone's post.
DJC?
No. Maybe it was fucking CG. Maybe it was the Canadian Gamer.
It's a good beer.
I guess. I don't drink beer. Beer's the devil.
Me either. It's been a long time. I don't drink. Hey.
All right. Now, you don't drink beer either. You're a fake drunk.
Yes,
Oh,
right.
that's true. Yeah, I just drink tea. Yeah, I fake my drunkenness. Right.
Right, Scott?
I would be fucking Tony California. California.
Evil.
California
I would be if I wouldn't
is
drink,
good
I
to the
would-
homeless.
California, super
Good
cool
to the
homeless in the city. No, don't go to California, Albert. I mean, what?
It should be Tommy Tallarico living under a bridge.
Because he was homeless.
Evil. Are
With
you
his
gonna,
Burgograph shirt.
Evil, are you gonna stream tonight?
After Tony's, of course.
Okay, everybody go to Evil's streams tonight. He's gonna
But
stream.
you're gonna be sleeping. I know you're.
I know, but I'll watch it tomorrow.
But I won't play the games you want. So if you're not
Oh
gonna be there,
man.
well,
All right.
but I want to play them when you are there, waifu. Okay.
Okay. Either way, that's the end of this show. We'll figure something out. Evil's probably going to stream, hopefully. So go over there. If not, we'll see you all on the next
If
time.
CP is awake, we're gonna do a panel. If not, I'm gonna do a game.
All right.
Love,
Check out
peace,
Evil.
booty grease. We out this bitch.
Hasta la vista.